Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 544.
Hey,
What's going on?
happy Halloween, sir.
Happy
Today-
Halloween to you.
Well, it's an aftermath of Halloween, right? I mean,
Yeah.
right now everybody's like feeling the burn, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. Both my kids stayed home from school.
Yeah, that means
Yeah.
I party.
Oh my God!
He was getting them
By the way,
up.
your number is wrong. Your show number, your intro.
Oh, what did it say?
It said 5:44. It's 5:45.
Fuck.
Start it over.
Uh-oh.
I'll just edit that and I'll go.
5.
Hold on. 5. There. Fixed.
Welcome to a Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer, is here. A very special guest sitting in on news today, and we have not had this gentleman in a position where he could curse crazy, but I'm pretty excited about it. It's our good friend from Bungalower.
Fuck me on the belly button.
All right, right off the bat.
All right, he's still drunk.
It's Fun Friday. It's
Yeah,
Fun
it's a
Friday.
Jim
birthday.
Phillips, everybody.
It's his birthday last night. Brendan O'Connor's here. How you doing, Brendan?
I'm good. That shot really brought me back to life.
Yeah, it does. It's
I'm ready.
amazing how that happens.
I feel like if I was a gentleman, I
Wake
would
me
have
up.
waited.
Can't wake up. I'm sorry.
You know,
Singing some what is it? Effervescence?
Evanescence.
Thank you.
that
Effervescence.
that theory works, the old hair of the dog. It always makes you feel better. The problem is, if you keep doing it over and over, you're like, oh, it's been 2 months. I'm going to die. If I stop drinking now. Like, it works until you're dead, right?
It works until it doesn't work scenario.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
with
yeah.
most things, right?
It works until it just gets you normal so you can go do your roofing job.
I'm going to go hit the beach after this, actually, is my
Yeah,
plan.
yeah.
I'm going to go fall asleep on the beach.
Hey, it was your birthday yesterday.
it
Happy
was.
birthday.
Thank you.
27.
Sure. Plus 10 years.
All right.
Yeah,
37.
Mm-hmm.
You're older than Tom?
No, younger.
Same
I'm
age, right?
I'm 37. I'm turning 38 in a couple.
Oh, so he's
in
a little bit
February.
older. I was going to say, you look older than Brendan O'Connor.
Not
I
true.
am older.
Not true. You look fresh.
He just turned 37.
No, I know,
yeah.
but I mean, you do look, I was saying.
How
like,
dare you.
Yeah,
I
you
think
look,
I
you're
just-
really starting to, I'm really starting to see your age.
Not true. I think you definitely drink more water than I do.
Nah.
When I look at your
water,
Does
you
White
mean
Claw count?
White Claw.
Yeah. It's
There's
basically
water in
water.
there.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So what'd you do for your birthday? What was the big deal?
I like to do a marathon. I do a Halloween marathon every year
Okay.
and try to do as many events as possible.
Yeah.
Just, get all the free drinks.
Yes.
So I was, what have I done? I judged a rock pit
Yes, I was there. Rocket
dog
Brewing
costume
dog.
contest,
Yeah.
which was fun. Got to
That
drink
was
all my
good.
free beers and touch people's dogs.
Brendan, when you were a kid, did your parents have your birthday on Halloween? Because this got brought up yesterday with my wife, because we have a friend that has kids, and they have a daughter that their birthday is on Halloween.
Okay.
And the rest of the friends and family is mad because they do the party on Halloween, and then the kids go to the birthday party, but they'd rather be trick-or-treating, so all the parents are pissed.
Why not just have it during the day and then trick or treat
Yeah,
at night?
that's what we did.
Well, it's,
or why not just go
school
trick or
day.
treating with your friends and call that your party?
Yeah, but if it's a school day, you're not. You're
No,
gonna
I'm
wait
kind
till
of
the
with
weekend, right?
No, I'm
to do
kind of
your
with
party?
Tom. That's bullshit.
Yeah, well,
That's-
this parent decided to do their birthday
I-
party
I-
on Halloween.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's
I'd have to
selfish.
skip that one.
That's selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, people just wouldn't come to your party.
Yeah.
I feel like that's as selfish as suicide.
We did like candy casinos a couple of times. I remember my mom doing that, like with
Candy
games.
casino.
Yeah, like we had like
I know
games,
her.
and you win candy. Yeah, she like leaned into it. She loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What
no.
moms don't love casinos, right? I
Especially
think
Canadians.
all moms get to a point where they like the old slot machine.
Yeah. Even though it's
My mom's on her way to being that.
guaranteed loser. No,
I feel like
Are we talking about lesbianism?
No, is that a casino?
Slot machine?
All
moms are on the road to
I
loving
feel like my
slot
mom
machines.
could munch some box. Yeah. I feel like she could do that.
She probably did.
You know what?
I don't think she has, but I feel like if gun to her head, she would do it.
All right,
Well,
that's fair.
gun to your head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but there's not. I wouldn't do everything if gun to my head. You could probably.
What wouldn't you do?
I don't know. Let's name some things. I mean, if you guys want to talk
All right,
about it, let's talk about it.
Gun to your head.
Gun to my head. Name some things.
like what you wouldn't do.
What I
Right.
wouldn't do.
Right.
Gun to my head.
Well, it means if you don't do it, you're dead.
Right.
So I feel like basically anything because I
That's
mean,
what I was saying.
You're worried about dying.
Yeah.
Basically every second
I
of the
think.
day.
Yeah. I
So
think,
why
I'm
wouldn't
the
you-
worst person to put the gun to the head because
Yeah,
I'll
you'd be
do
like,
anything.
You will do.
Be like,
Yeah.
I already knew I was gonna die.
Jokes on you. And while I eat your butthole, jokes on you.
I like it.
Yeah.
This is exactly what the lady at Casadega told me would happen.
Yeah, I had a nickel for all these guns to my head.
Let's talk slot machines for a second because
Wait, hold on. Are we talking lesbianism or
No,
are we talking
no.
the actual slot machine?
actual slot machines
Tom,
because
poor Tom.
I feel like
He hates them.
I've-
He likes to think of himself as a skilled gambler, and slot machines that's like
yeah,
you're
it's a
you're
scratch off tickets
I
of
get it.
Yeah.
gambling.
See,
I get it.
look, he's already throwing shade.
No, but here's
I
the thing.
love slot machines. This is why this partnership works.
It is statistically impossible
But I win
to-
more than you do.
to win long term over slot
I
machines.
win more than you do.
No, it's statistically impossible.
I win more than you do.
What?
I have won more money on slot machines than you have on gambling.
But
Does that speak
you
more to
haven't
Tom's
kept track
skill?
of all the lost money.
I mean, I can go on my big
people
wins.
only remember the
I know
wins.
2 of my big wins. 2 of my big wins equal more than you've made on gambling. 800.
Yeah, but you've gambled all that
1200.
away before. I've seen you lose a lot.
Oh.
People
You have,
don't remember.
You have, but 800 and 1200. I mean, $2,000 is more than you've won. I think
It may be.
globally
Yeah.
over your entire.
I am not good, but the
I
point.
am not that. Well, I'm not good at slot machines because nobody
can't be-
is.
well,
no one is good at slot
But
machines.
that's the thing. The casinos, they program the slot machines to lose over time, so it is impossible
Correct.
to win over time.
Yes.
It just will not happen. It's
Always in favor of the house,
It's an
yes.
impossibility. Now, you could randomly...
The reason I win is because I go into it knowing I'm going to lose. I only play slot machines because I have a love for the lights, and I like the ones that are like more like games.
You're a Mothman.
Well,
yeah.
the way I've explained it to people, and they seem to understand it, is to me it is a drinking game, nothing more.
Oh, okay.
I'm paying for the entertainment of pushing the buttons. I know that money is gone.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just wasting money.
You're paying to, it's a
I
waste.
am wasting. Well, no, I'm not
It's not
wasting.
a waste, 'cause
If I'm entertaining myself, it's not a waste.
It's like putting money in a jukebox,
Yeah, exactly.
except
But
you might get money back.
maybe.
Oh, now you're making it more attractive to me. You're an enabler.
I do that.
Yeah, you're not. This isn't good.
Any person that you ask that plays slot machines a lot, like goes out to the Hard Rock.
They're
and
old
plays-
people.
They are older, and they will swear to you that they don't lose more than they win. But it's like this is the whole thing. Like it's impossible. Like you have to.
You're not that
lose. Like it's just admit it, please.
I just enjoy
Just
it.
say it.
I just enjoy it, man. I love the lights. I love the glitter. I love the glamour.
So I had this thought the other day. I want to see
I'm excited.
if you guys agree. So
Disagree.
I don't agree.
I get high and I start thinking about things.
Agreed.
And I was thinking about this. So normally
I get high and I think about butts.
in business, we all have the understanding that like big corporations normally have the upper hand
Yes.
when it comes to business.
Correct.
And it's usually because they
have the resources.
They have the money
Yeah.
to be able to buy a ridiculous amount of products. Therefore, they get a cheaper price on those products and can sell it back to a consumer for less of a price than the mom and pop.
Am I in economics class?
I'll tell you. I'm getting to my point.
I need another
Fun
shot.
Friday for Brendan's birthday.
It's gonna get fun.
Oh my gosh.
I have a bunch of things.
You're putting him to sleep.
Math.
We invited Brendan to the news today. He's shitting on
What
it.
is this?
So
I love it.
I'm getting to a point.
Okay.
So and that's why the Walmarts of the world put mom and pops out of business, and that's why everybody complains. Like the mom and pops, like I can't compete with them. Like
Amazon.
they're buying so much more. They have the money, but they can offer a better price. Now, when it comes to customer service and all the other stuff, they struggle because they're big corporations. Anyway, so then I started thinking about our business. This is where it gets to our business. So I was like, in our business, if you put it into the category of providing talk content, right? Okay, that's basically what we do. If you were going to make
Samantha
it, simplify
apologized in the chat room for what you're saying.
Why?
I've never seen this before.
I promised Joke Friday, and people are like, Samantha, I thought you said this was Joke Friday.
No, this is
Yeah,
good. This
yeah.
is good for me to bring up audibly.
Who said boring Brendan? Who was that?
No, you're boring Brendan on a hangover.
Right,
okay.
They mean like you're being bored
Yes.
while you
Oh my
have a
God.
We
hangover.
are boring
I was
you.
ready to
Yeah,
key
you got
somebody's car.
hot.
I was going to key a
Wow.
car. Who are you?
Just tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay, look,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I do that. I'm
yeah.
going
I
to do
know.
that no matter what.
So, in our business, providing talk content.
Yes.
And if we go against, let's say, a big corporation that provides talk content, and this is by no means throwing shade at any of our friends and still
Dan's
work for
asleep.
corporations or anything, but we actually, being a small company, have an advantage over
Yes.
a giant corporation, and I'll explain.
We can pivot fast.
Not
fast.
even pivot. It's their talk content is free. Our talk content is free, except for like BDMs or whatever. But we're both providing a free product. So if they have no advantage price-wise, then they have a disadvantage because the bigger the corporation, they have to follow a certain format, which is disadvantageous to them when it comes to the product, right? All right. I'll
He's
stop
stealing our guest shots now.
All right,
I'm
keep
sorry.
going.
No.
What are you
I'll
getting at?
save
Just get
this.
to the fucking meat of
for
it.
those
Listen, you
so
guys
good
don't
at
obviously
what
want to hear. I'm not saying anything.
Tom and Dan, so good at what they do.
No, I'm not even saying that.
Apply it to me.
I'm just saying how.
This is one of my single funniest moments of the show. For those of you that couldn't see it, Brendan leaned over and stole one of our guest shots of whiskey just so he could make it through the conversation.
Okay, so I'll fast forward. I want to
Please.
tie. Okay,
All right.
so
No,
I'm sorry. You're
I'm
like
with
my
you.
wife. You're like, nobody wants to hear you talk. Nobody. I'm
You're
like,
talking
this is
fucking
my goddamn
circles.
business. They pay for it. They want to hear me talk. And like, no, nobody does. And then you guys like, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
No, we're just saying get to the fucking point, man. We only got.
Don't get up. Stop talking.
I think you spit on all of our guests.
I'm
though.
sorry.
I liked it.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is why I love you.
We're just like, we need the cliff notes.
This is
You want
why
to
I
stop
love-
talking?
No, no.
This is the whole thing. This is it. This is only it.
But it's
We do nothing else. I don't know what else to do.
I love this, by the way, because this is real.
supposed to be Joke Friday, not business class Friday.
I know. I got some jokes.
Where?
You guys go ahead. You tell some jokes. Brandon, okay. Samantha, you got the jokes. I'm sorry.
Dude, a vein just like honestly, like right by
I gotta
your
say,
gray hair.
and your hair stayed perfect the whole time.
Wow, he's got
So-
good
You
hair.
did a good job, buddy.
How is it that corporations are still like they're gonna have to change, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they can't keep providing
No.
their talk content in the same
Well,
format.
I laughed yesterday because I was.
or am I wrong? I could be wrong.
No,
I'm 100%.
There's a show that's on iHeart that
Name it.
isn't local. No, it's not a local show.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Breakfast, the Breakfast Club. They're on iHeart.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but these shows, a lot of these shows are out there, and iHeart claims. And Libsyn, that's who we use. I think you use Libsyn. like a lot of people use Libsyn as their podcast, kind of their hosting site, whatever. And there's this beef now with like iHeart and Libsyn, where iHeart continues to talk like kind of they're attempting to rewrite history. In the fact that they're like, we've been doing podcasting for this amount of time, we're the best, we're the biggest, and Libsyn's like, nah, dog, we've been in this game since like 2004, I think.
Why even try that? Why even try? It just makes you look dumb.
Well, when you lie, it does.
Yeah.
But here's my point. Like Tom's talking about, like they're going to have to change. What I find it ironic and odd is that a lot of iHeart podcasts, like they won't say the F word, they won't say fuck. They'll edit it out, and I don't.
That's for sponsor stuff.
I mean, is it though? Because like then
I don't know. They think it is.
To me, it's like then why do it? Because you're not offering anything any different then.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm not saying that you need to curse. I'm just saying let it be real.
I think you're saying you have to say fuck to be real.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
if you don't say fuck, you're a pussy. Is what I'm saying.
But then getting into the podcast, I mean, that's the format. Then is correct.
I just feel like it's weird. I feel like it's weird to even go into the space and then edit it. All you're doing is bringing radio to podcast, which is not podcast.
Well, but the format is correct at that point because you're able to long form without all the commercials.
It's not even long form. They break them up with ads.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you listen to any other? Yeah,
I don't listen to the corporate.
Yeah, deep dive into some corporate podcasts. You'll see
just recorded radio.
It's recorded radio, and then they'll go like 12 to 15 minutes, and then they'll put a commercial. They can't not do what they've continued to do. They still do radio on the fucking podcast.
Yeah. Now it's probably
mind-blowing.
Smaller commercial breaks. Basically, I'm talking about like the standard talk format.
Oh,
radio.
I think you got clipped for screaming and jumping up and down like a maniac.
What do you mean?
They clipped you already.
What does that mean?
That they pulled the clip. Now everybody's gonna be sharing it on their social media. Now you're a fool. You're a fucking fool.
I don't care.
Goddamn, you're a fool.
Yes.
So I'll get to the jokes. I'll stop that. Last night trick or treating, right? And I want to ask Brendan about
It's not
this.
fun, man. I'm not into it.
Well, it's not fun when it's hot as shit.
Can we cancel it?
The kids have. I mean, well, it's not.
I don't
fun
even
for
care
adults.
about their fun. They have a lot of time to have fun.
You better shut the fuck up.
I'm canceling
That's
it.
the worst thing I've ever.
Yeah,
heard.
it's over.
Like it's like rescheduling Halloween. People are talking about now too.
No, don't do that.
No.
Just cancel it altogether.
No.
It's just stupid.
That's a pending lawsuit from me.
So, this is my question to you guys. So, okay, we're walking down our street or our neighborhood.
Picturing it.
And
So you stayed in your own neighborhood.
stayed in our own
Okay.
neighborhood.
What are you
That's
wearing?
a new thing. They used to come over here,
Right.
but his wife put the foot down about like we're gonna do it in our own neighborhood. And I kind of agree with that. Plus, it's just nicer to not have the Bobo people in my neighborhood.
Oh, the Bobo people come here.
Well, they
I
do,
know they
but,
do.
I mean, but hey,
Yeah.
having 4 less is a victory, a small victory.
So, the I guess the
4 less poros.
Yeah.
the etiquette
Poros.
They're poros. They're Castleberry.
is
And you don't want them in Baldwin Park. Is that what? Okay.
that when you're the night of Halloween, if you do not want trick-or-treaters over your house,
Lights off.
you just turn your lights off, or you turn your porch light off.
Yeah.
That tells the parent
Sit in the dark.
that like, hey, this house is not protected. Move on to the
Or
next
they're a
one.
pedophile.
Or whatever.
No, that they have to do that. They have to turn their lights off. They're not allowed to have Halloween decorations.
Pedophiles?
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't.
Not
know that.
even like a.
They can get in trouble for it.
Not even like a.
No. 'cause it's
Otherwise, they're
enticing
What
like-
if
to
you're
the
not
children.
answering? What if you're not even going to your door?
They're like angler fish, those deep sea fish with the
Hey,
light on their
the light over the top.
little
yeah.
diddlers. Come on up and get an old Henry.
I do feel
Don't say old Henry.
so.
Lights on.
So then, like, then I'm fine with that. Like, listen, you know, don't participate, whatever. It's
Right.
your
Yeah.
choice. Who cares? So then there's the people that forget to turn their lights off and leave their lights on, and then I send my
Well,
kids
we're gonna
up there.
ring your doorbell.
Yeah, they get the doorbell ring, no one's home, or they don't answer, or whatever. And those people I even give a pass to because I'm like, oh, okay, you don't have any kids, you forget it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween's easy to forget about if you don't
Some
have
people
kids.
have lights with timers on them.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah,
an old
we
person,
do.
like you could forget, like as the Halloween, whatever, and no problem. That's fine. Here's what I have a problem with. If you have Halloween decorations in your house, right? Like all over your front lawn.
Spider web.
Yes. The inflatables and all that. Yeah. And then your lights are on.
Light up pumpkin.
And then I send my kids up there knocking. No one answers.
Yeah.
And no
or
bowl.
they're all trick-or-treating.
Well, here's the thing.
Right. That's
Put a bowl out there.
Should they have turned everything off?
Or, no, what about the bowl of candy?
No, what about me? Would you okay, I'm going to tell you what I did, and you judge me, okay?
I will judge
Everybody
you
judge me.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I have a white spooky ghost girl.
Yeah.
I have a black spooky ghost girl.
Racist.
I have, well, I did both, so I'm not racist.
Oh, okay.
I have a
That's how it works.
forever pumpkin, which is a propane tank with a plasma torch it cut out, looks like a jack-o'-lantern. I have a regular jack-o'-lantern. I have a painted pumpkin. I have a carved pumpkin, spider webs, and I have a skull. Okay? That's my entire get-up. We add to it every year, all right? When we were leaving, my wife said, leave it on. I said, no. People will think we're giving out candy. We're going to walk. I'm shutting it down. She disagreed. I said, nope, we're shutting it down. I shut everything down. I turned off every light I have. The zombie girls, I pulled them down and set them in the corner. Everything that I had that indicated Halloween was turned off. No lights, no porch
Save
lights.
time.
So did I do the right thing?
Yes, because you are advertising to the people walking by.
Because I think you do have a
this is out
valid
of business.
look. I love disagreeing with you. I think we've made a business out of it. But in this instance, I believe you're correct. Well, I think it's fucked up.
Why don't we have like a sock on the door kind of a thing?
No,
like you
then
still be able to see.
All right.
You still want to see the decorations. Like you're putting down your.
It's what you do on a cruise ship, right? When your friend's in there fucking some girl he met.
Do not disturb.
He met at Coco K.
We should have a little sign or like a traffic cone or something.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Guys, we're out enjoying the night, but here's my stuff.
Or just put out a bowl of candy. Now I understand.
Well, I don't like putting out the bowl of candy because I feel like that's going to be one victory. I feel like if you're like me, one kid's going to go there and get all the candy. I would. And I'm not a bad person, but I will dump an entire bowl.
I don't know though.
That makes you a bad person.
No, I don't think it does.
That you're stealing from other people.
No, being racist or being a horrible person, that makes you a bad person. Like being,
Dan, why didn't you stay
I think
home?
it makes you an opportunist. I don't think it makes you a bad person.
Why didn't you stay home and let everybody else go out?
I offered. Man, it's almost like you're like part of my family. Andrea would not let me do that. I said, let me stay home.
Yeah.
I'll leave everything on. Yeah. I'll give out candy. Nope, you got to walk. You know,
Smoke
I know you
bit.
get a lot of this where it's like, look, if the family's not participating, if daddy's not there, then yeah.
I just was like, I wonder what's going through these people's mind. They're like, they must like Halloween. They've decorated their house. Like you have to have a certain, once you start decorating your house for Halloween, that means you have kids.
You care about it.
Or you care about it or whatever. And so you're spending money. So it's like, then if you're in my neighborhood, now I can understand if you leave a bowl of candy in Baldwin Park, like there's how many people come here? Like 2,500 kids or something, like such an insane amount.
2,500? Are you crazy?
If you're like 5,000,
I bet it's 10 times 2,500.
Yeah.
I couldn't. If I wanted to drive out of here, at 8 p.m. last night, I mean,
where does everybody park? Like when they come in
Publix, all the parking lots, like all the parking lots for Gators, all the parking lots for Sato.
So if you're trying to get a sensible Gators
it's one
meal,
of the best places to go trick or treating.
The
in town.
13th best.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
in the country.
According to who? Oh, in the country.
Yeah, it was like USA Today or something. They did a poll, and then Baldwin Park hit 13,
It's
which
walkable.
I actually thought it was pretty cool to hit 13 on Halloween. Like it's kind of like, hey, look what we did there.
No, if you're so it's like if I'm wearing fishnets out on a club. It's because I want people to look.
Yeah.
So if you're dressed for Halloween,
if you got a spider web up and your lights are on,
then you're asking for it.
Yeah,
so
I
my
think you're
question
right.
is, the people that decorate their house, leave the porch lights on, and then leave their house so the trick-or-treaters constantly come to the door, knock, and to be disappointed.
What if they ran out of candy? Just turn the light off, but your decorations are still out?
Mr. Egg, Jim Colbert, Tori, I believe they ran out of candy.
Oh, wow.
Then you turn your lights off.
We got there late. The line that Tori had out of her house. She has a picture of it. You can find her on
Why
Instagram.
specifically their house? Was there a line?
They have
It's on a row of,
they have really good decorations, and all of their neighbors have really good decorations, and it festered. Like it was like
Festered.
because it was almost like everybody that did better decorations like compounded on this like area that it was amazing. Like when we walked down there, I'm like, oh my god, it's like a fucking walking through Halloween Horror Nights. Like it was. It was grandiose. It was opulence. It was completely unneeded.
They're kind of a party to just themselves. So
And we
people
walked up there, and she was doing one piece because
Yeah,
they
you gotta
were
make it last,
they
yeah.
were running out. Like
Yeah,
it was
too many people.
insane.
But it's like if you put the decorations and then you leave, is it that you don't think about the fact that there's trick-or-treaters? That's odd to me because you're into Halloween, so you must be into everything that comes with it.
That's not true.
No?
People can be
Proud,
into Halloween
like-
and spooky shit and not give a damn
Yeah,
about the
like
kids.
Sam could be proud.
That is
okay,
bizarre to me,
let
right?
Me paint
That's
you
a crazy
Let me
person.
paint you a picture. Okay, hold on.
I'm like, I love everything about Halloween. These fucking kids and the trick-or-treating. Fuck them. They're like,
Have you ever
what?
seen Hocus Pocus?
Yeah, let me.
It's a movie.
Let me paint a picture of a Sam and Trav living in my home.
Ah.
And they decorate the outside, and they're really proud of it, but they don't have any kids. Should they have to turn off their lights and not be proud of their decorations
Right.
because they're afraid of somebody coming and trick-or-treating?
I'm not afraid, but the thing is, it's like it's kind of narcissistic and self-centered to be like, I'm into this. But
Wait
not,
a minute.
But not the
So
part.
I can't decorate my house with things that I like.
You can, but you're
you
gonna
have
be
to
a
pay
dickhead.
candy
I
toll.
have to feed
Candy
the yeah.
toll.
I have to
Well,
pay the
candy-
candy toll.
well, yeah,
Okay.
toll.
The
You gotta
side
pay the
effect is that you're luring
The
kids.
trick-or-treaters
Well, what if I
will be
have
disappointed.
my house decorated 365 days of the
I
year?
Well, not in
Just have
Baldwin
a
Park.
sign up. You need to be prepared.
In fact, you'll get a letter today if you still your shit still
The
up.
side effect is
Listen,
like
a
if you
lot of
leave a
people
banana out,
weighing in.
you're gonna get fruit
You
flies.
can do whatever
Owen
you
from
want.
Ono Radio Show is 100% with you on this.
Yeah.
The fact that there
I mean-
should be, it's okay. What the big idea that we're talking about here is Halloween protocol, right? That's
Well,
what we're talking about.
it's because
it's
soc-
manners. It's Halloween
Etiquette,
manners.
yeah.
It's etiquette.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The etiquette of it, because you could do whatever the fuck you. I mean,
This must have bothered you. How many? It
don't
must have
care.
been more houses than
it was only-
a couple houses.
You
right?
should have TP'd their house.
it was only a couple.
You gotta
and
take some eggs with you, man.
I knew
See,
the
everybody
teens
nodded.
would.
That nobody does it anymore. You
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
see
I do.
TPing
well,
very
TP's
much.
expensive
I do.
now.
If you don't give out good candy, if you don't give out any candy, and you're just teasing
Egg.
everybody, you should get TP'd
Or eggs,
or
yeah.
eggs.
No,
and nobody's
always
doing that
TP,
anymore.
The TP is bullshit.
I thought
Egg
about-
all day long. 'cause
I thought
it
about-
fucks them up bad.
shitting in my hand and throwing it at their car.
That's harsh.
But-
That's a little
too
harsh.
far.
It's because
But
you're
I,
a chimpanzee.
Why in the
I was
hand?
like, my kids are
Why
around.
in the
My
hand?
mom is there. You know,
I
like
have,
Just go
They
straight
They need
on
to
the
learn
car.
that lesson.
it's what like primates do.
Well, you just said something that
and I could do it in my shorts.
I can see you just going feral, like.
So not that, you know, I don't
This
want to pull
is-
my pants down in front of kids.
this is related, unrelated. But last night I went to take a shower. I just gotten a haircut. I had hair on me, and it was itching me all day.
Yeah.
And before we went out to trick or treat, I got in the shower. And I told Andrew, I gotta get this hair off me. And I got in the shower and I went to fart. And I thought it was more than a fart. And I'm just, it's related, unrelated. And I like in the bottom of my shower, there's a drain. Everybody has this. But you can take the top off of it. And I had to take the top off the drain.
What?
No,
Because
you're
you
gonna
pooped
poop in
the
your drain.
shower.
Come on,
I shit in the
just
shower.
step
So-
outside
No,
into the toilet.
I squatted over the drain.
You say Seth's an animal?
I squatted over the drain and I
come on.
shit
Because
directly.
you're a gentleman. You're a
No.
gentleman.
Directly into the drain.
That's not the same.
It is the same.
I know it's the same.
you say
it
trick or
goes to the
treat?
same place, but
treat.
No, the water will. Yeah.
it'll be down there, and you'll
no,
poo down
it's
there.
not- no, it doesn't stay down there.
I-
The water will wash it down.
Yeah, I mean,
What
I
are you
checked.
telling
Was
me?
it
it's gonna get caught on hair.
liquid or solid?
Solid.
So you had to foot stomp it
Who
down.
takes a
No,
solid shit
no,
in
no,
their...
no, no. It like.
What are you
I
shit like
did.
a rabbit? Like how big's your drain?
Well, it was like it was like that big, and then it had.
I am a professional.
It had a,
I am a
I had
professional
one of-
journalist.
Okay,
I
I had one of
apologize.
these. I had one of these, and I had one of these, and I had one of those.
Three?
So you had three little minis.
Yeah.
Little
Three
fun-sized
fun
Snickers.
sizes.
Did you
And then-
machine gun
Go to
them?
the
And then I
toilet.
used my legs to kick water, and then they
disgusting.
swirled.
By the way, this
Yeah.
is crazier than anything I've ever said. Let's just keep that in.
Well-
Let's put that on the record.
I have never
it's up
pooped in the
there.
shower.
yeah.
That's
Like,
ridiculous.
You're shitting 3 logs in your shower. The
No,
toilet's right there.
Are you full of fiber?
I didn't actively choose to shit those out. I farted and I thought I shit.
And you
And
machine
then-
gunned out 3 turds?
That's pretty accurate. It wasn't machine gun style.
Does that happen when you sneeze? That seems like you need some more control.
Tom looks embarrassed.
Do you know what Kegels are?
I do.
Yeah?
I do them. I do them.
How long did you end up trick-or-treating last night?
We came in about the time you did. I want to say we were in bed around 8:15. You know, like it wasn't that, you know, like around here, though, it gets a little crazy. You got Martini Witches, Dr.
Yeah.
Beer's out. You know, you got Tactical Brewery, you know, doing crowlers. Like it was pretty.
How bad were you guys sweating?
It was bad.
I was not because I forewent a costume and I just did t-shirt, shorts, flip-flops, and then in my costume was a light-up candy corn necklace
Nice.
that my neighbor gifted me. Yeah, it's a
really
dope-
disappointed in that, too.
It's a dope necklace.
Why
How
doesn't
did
Baldwin
old-
Park lean into that Halloween thing? Like, they could be making a lot of money. This should be like the place to go.
Oh, the profit,
right.
charge people to get
Yeah,
in.
It's too independent. You know, you're there's no way you're going to get the Martini Witches, which are 3 ladies that make martinis and give them to like adults, or Dr. Beer. They're not going to play nice together because they're independent. They all want to be the king.
I got it. Next year, Brendan, we'll get some construction vests. Get them for cheap.
yeah.
And then we'll start, we get some flags, and then we'll start charging for parking because everybody.
Yeah, but parking's free.
You could do
like not everybody. Like, here's the thing.
Oh, people don't know that. I like that.
Get some like daycare people to walk your kids for you through their neighborhood, and the parents can all go party on Broad Street.
I mean, when I park next to the Citrus Bowl or Camping World,
Yeah.
I assume that I could always park on the in front of the shady apartment complex.
Right, right.
I don't think that
For
costs
me-
money at all times, but it does during event nights.
Right.
For me, if
I
I
don't
cannot-
question it. I don't tell the guy like, "Hey, this parking's fucking free, and I'm not paying you." I just pay my money.
I have never
We could do the
been-
same thing.
Here's a fun fact. I've never been to a Vans Warp Tour where I didn't park at a black church.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. It's if
they
you
charge you?
if you put on
Oh,
a
yeah.
construction vest, you could charge for parking anywhere because no one's gonna question it.
Halloween hot take coming in from Twitch, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Cole Post 285 or 65 says, how do you feel about people driving their kids from house to house, either on golf cart or in a car? Some dude almost ran a kid over and honked at my sister because he was trying to drive his kids from door to door.
That's ridiculous. Unless
you
you,
gotta
live.
Everybody knows you one
You gotta
wheel
walk.
around in a wagon.
You gotta walk.
Yeah.
No, you gotta walk.
I was cutting through College Park last night. I saw a lot of golf carts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting those around here. Baldwin's kind of becoming golf carty. I'm not sure how I feel about
They
I
it.
don't like
They
it.
drive their
Yeah.
kids to school in them, right? Like they're caravanning kids.
They
to
do.
school.
I don't. I walk.
Rich
All right.
people love golf carts
Yeah.
because you could drive them easily drunk. Because they equate it
Yeah.
perfectly. Like, I play golf all the time drunk and I drive it fine. I'll
Yeah,
just
drunk, 3 drunk.
let's move this to my house and my everyday life.
Yeah, I'm just playing life golf.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like-
Yeah. I love it. It's quiet.
Watch me putt my daughter into her daycare. Putt.
But-
yeah.
Every single person driving a golf cart after 6 p.m. is drunk. I'm just telling you. Man, the
Yeah.
statistics prove
Man,
it.
is this agree with Tom
Yeah,
Friday?
I'm telling you.
Like everything you're saying, I'm agreeing with.
So, last thing before the break. I put
I
up
love you, Brendan.
a,
I want to
uh,
marry you.
a
butt.
BDM contest, which I put out these contests, never
Yeah,
get
why
any
do
prizes.
why
on.
do you do this?
I don't
and
know why
fight
he
with
does
Seth?
this.
Why do you fight with Seth?
No, I'm gonna ruin his business.
What happened?
that's
I
a-
missed this. What happened?
Oh, I
Okay, I walked in this morning
bullied-
and then I heard this guy, like I got in a little later than normal just because of Halloween last night. I hear this guy yelling with Samantha. I'm going to say with, not at. And he's yelling, well, burn his business down, picket his business. This motherfucker, he's yelling.
Well, when you say with Samantha, I wasn't yelling.
no, you
I
were
asked
fine.
a simple question.
I feel so sorry for you. You
What's
know,
the
like,
business? What are you talking about?
I
he's
bully.
very mad at Seth Petruzzelli.
I bully him every once in a while by tagging him in a BDM post in a contest and making him the judge of it. Because
Which he does not want to participate
I
in.
know that's
No.
why it's bullying. If he wanted to do it, that makes me not want to do it. But so he can't help himself because everybody that comments on the thing, he gets an alert because he was tagged in the original post, so it drives him crazy.
I hate that.
Because his own narcissism makes it so that he can't look if someone's commenting him on social media or whatever. So it's basically a way to torture him throughout the day. I get great pleasure out of it.
It's the worst part of having a Halloween now with Facebook. When you have a birthday, everybody is messaging you.
Yeah.
And I told that to Scotty last night, my man, I was like, I can't handle all this love right now. I need to just get some work done. And everybody's telling me how much they love me and how great this day is. And I'm like, shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
That's why you turn off notifications and never look at them.
But thank you so much for all that.
So anyway, so now Seth's trying to, get at me by claiming that he's not going to pick a winner to this contest and that I got to do it. And he refuses to. So I just told Samantha
he started screaming he's going to take his business down.
that I'm going to get all BMs
to pick it out front.
To call all the sponsors
Leave
and
bad
destroy
reviews.
his business. And that's what I'll do if he doesn't pick a goddamn winner to my, I forgot the contest. Whatever it was.
Noted.
Pick a winner, Seth. I'll fucking burn your business down through BDMs. Not really, because that's a felony.
Illegal.
And I don't
It's on tape now.
but
I'll fucking burn your business down, but not like
it was the picture
really
of you and your
burn it.
wife, and you had the
dickhead
mushroom
pick
head.
a winner, Seth. I'll get it.
But then you made your wife a judge of another picture
I
contest.
like making other people
he gets
judges.
high and he's
Where
like,
it was basically
I'm
like
gonna pick some judges.
when you were a kid, like your worst Halloween costume, post
Yeah.
a picture. Did you guys see the Nazi kid?
Yes, well, the Hitler. That's what I was going to talk about.
Wait, who was Hitler Kiss?
So there was a BDM.
There's BDM
I'm
in
not
there.
going to talk about him or his name. But
There were some bad ones, but when that one popped up, I
wow,
was like,
yeah, that's bad.
now here,
whose parents dress you as Hitler?
that's
My
Dressed
God.
himself.
he looked old enough to like
he's
maybe
probably like 10.
yeah, he's like 10 or 11. But what? That's what I was going to ask.
Hitler?
What parent? I wish he'd call in because I'd be like, what did your parents say?
Right.
Like, did your parents say like, oh, look at that?
They probably thought
Little
it was
Johnny's
funny.
dressed like Hitler.
look at
It's
him
fine.
go.
Devil's advocate. Why is that less cooler than, say, like, a movie villain, right?
Okay,
Like,
okay, well,
That's fake.
or like
That's fake.
or like Genghis Khan.
Thanos
Dressing up as Genghis Khan.
didn't
Halloween.
murder millions of people.
Brenda brings up a good point. If you dress your kid like Genghis Khan, and I mean they're in the
That's not
same.
good either.
Yeah, that's
Stalin.
bad. That's Stalin is bad.
So-
Mussolini
They had
bad.
this big Pompeii exhibit coming to Orlando Science Center, and they were asking people for like cool party ideas. And I was like, let's do a Pompeii toga party. And I talked about it on Bungalow on the Bus, and we got so much mail saying it was like too soon to have a Pompeii toga party.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
that's fine. Like,
ridiculous.
You gotta cover yourself in ashes, right?
I want to do it at like Volcano Bay toga party, Pompeii
dope.
theme. I think that
Pompeii-
is so funny.
I don't think Universal's gonna touch that, but
But you're renting; they wouldn't say no. You just do it yourself.
it's expensive.
the rule
though.
is 100 years.
100
I'm
years?
putting it down there.
Okay.
Pre 1900, all bets are off. You
All
could
right.
make fun of anything. The 1900s, we're not there. Once
So
it's
like
2100, then
like a
Hitler is
go
off.
crazy
years.
with Hitler.
So like 100 years
Yeah.
from 2016,
21
there's gonna be
All right.
Bill Cosby crazy.
I'm saying
I saw
like, yeah.
Michael Jackson last night.
Yeah. and-
Here's the thing, though. It's
No,
weird
no.
when you have your kid dress up as something like that,
But they
right?
did he choose it or did he?
It looked like he was old enough to basically have a choice of it.
So I just want to be Hitler.
I'm
this year.
just want now the kid doesn't. I mean,
Hey,
the kid's looking at it
Sometimes
like
you just want to be Hitler, man.
the kid doesn't no idea.
Don't
that
write that down.
It's
Is he Hitler the painter or Hitler the?
it's inappropriate and it's culturally inappropriate. The kid doesn't have no idea about that, but the parents. How do the parents look?
Yeah.
They're like, I gotta go trick or treating as
Yeah.
Hitler.
There's a line between like encouraging your kid to be an individual and do stuff, and then also being like, we
Right.
got to prepare you for the world, and there's an impact that will happen. Something will happen to you.
Yeah, and it's the 80s. Like
Yeah.
your grandfather's still in his like 60s, and he fought Hitler. Like it's too close. Like
Yeah.
when your grandfather or like people around you have like
Interesting.
literally, it's too, the rule's got to be 100 years. Anyway, let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll do some news.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of stuff, bunch of good music too. Do you guys know of the band Refused?
Yes.
No.
They, after like 14 years of doing nothing, they have a new album out called The Economy of Death. So you're going to hear them now. They're so good. 1-844-TOMNDAN if you want to call and leave us a voicemail message. show@tomanddan.com for an email. We'll be right back. Who knew that Tom was writing the new hip-hop smash?
Right?
Daniel, dude, it's such an honor to meet you. Would you sign my knife? Daniel, I love you. I want to be like you. But how do I do it? Guess I'll get inside you. I'm like a dentist, open your mouth and get this dick. Skin you, spin you round on my dick like a stuck pig. I'm in it, hit it, spit it,
I've had
and quit
this
it
dream.
from side to side. You know I'm BDM, so I'll ride you till you die. He sounds of joy, he sounds of pain. The sounds of screams when your ass prolapse again. Now buddy is the bit and you do impressions. So do one of my cock teaching you a lesson.
My
now Susan
God.
is a cunt and I'll slap that face. Got mascara on my backhand, but Lee was a disgrace.
See,
No,
hiding
seriously. Fuck that guy. It's fine, it's fine. We're all just here to get out of here. It's fine, it's fine. We're all just here to get out of here.
There you go. A little Halloween magic from...
So he murdered Tom and fucked Dan to death?
Yeah, I think he fucked me to death. Yeah, it's the way I want to go.
You know what's
I think
not
me and Butler got the hell out of there. We survived.
what's not scary is white guy rapping like he's an
He's
ICP.
not white.
He's not white? What? Hold on, what is he?
Chilean.
Oh, well, I put that in the white category.
Yeah. Chile, if you're Chilean, you're white.
Yeah. It's a black and white
Everybody's
thing.
white unless you're black.
Okay.
You know,
It's a white guy math.
that's semantics.
Hey!
You scared me for a second because I was like, oh, I've been envisioning and met the wrong guy that you're talking about. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what Pariah Mike looks like. All right, Pariah. I'm sure.
All right, get your little fun and games out of the way.
I'm sure your wife loves how you're spending your time. Whatever.
So many show references, though, man.
I know.
He did a
So
good
good.
job.
I know.
Love him,
Thank
love
you
him.
for
You're
doing
our
what you're
freedom.
doing.
Thank you for our freedom.
But again, when you're on your deathbed and looking back at what you've done for your life, just keep in mind that these are the things you'll be thinking about.
Yeah.
And,
I wish I'd done another one.
if I only would have done 2 ICP rap songs.
I should have fucked them both to death. Missed opportunity.
You want to do some news?
I still love that drum.
How am I supposed to do news after that?
Yeah, here, I'll give you your hard-hitting news theme song.
Okay. This is Brendan O'Connor from
Check in with
Bungalow.com.
news with Brendan O'Connor.
Brought to you by White Claw.
All right.
Brendan O'Connor's drinking White Claw right now.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to drive myself to the beach after this.
You going to the beach after
That was my plan.
It's cold outside. Not that cold.
Life.
Gay guy dressed as a news guy on the beach.
Gay guy dressed as a news guy.
Let's go live to Brendan O'Connor's dressed as a newsboy on the beach. He's gay. Brendan, tell us what's happening out there.
I'm not wearing any pants. And a seagull just took my wallet.
What's the first story, Brendan?
I guess we could talk. Do you guys want to talk about the election?
No.
I don't want you to lose listeners.
No. We normally don't talk politics, but
I don't either.
Every
Well, there's a lot that you can talk about it that doesn't have to do with politics,
Yeah.
I think.
And this is why we like to have different news
all
people.
right,
I don't agree with that statement, but we'll go with it.
If you say so, troll.
Because every person they bring in to do the news has a different spin on it.
True,
They
true.
pick the stories they want to
Yeah,
talk
like
about.
Fisher, hard-hitting, conservative, racist.
Yeah. I saw him today.
Yeah. Oh, he came in here. He said, the black people outside are crazy again. I'm like, I know.
And I'm coming in after him. Was he your first choice for this segment?
No.
No. All right.
So politics.
I can be racist, I guess.
What do we got here?
The election's
That's
coming
what
up.
Pop-Pop used to
Let's
say.
not do any of that.
I can be racist, I
If
guess.
that's what you want. I guess I can be racist. Indian people are taking our jobs.
All right. That's not, I wouldn't necessarily call that racism.
Are they
Tom
really?
doesn't think anything's racist unless it's specifically against black
I
people.
mean, are they really taking our jobs, or are they just better at all jobs?
I mean, they're taking call center jobs. By the way, nobody wants that, so that's fine. The same thing with all the jobs that other people are willing to do. We don't want to do. I'm just saying. Does anybody want to go pick strawberries? Call center? No.
That is hard.
I like
Sorry.
picking strawberries,
So
but
we're-
only with my daughter, and only for Instagram photos.
And you can't eat them. There's no eating the strawberries and looking cute.
Oh, I do.
No,
Oh,
not
I
if
eat
you're a
'em.
professional strawberry picker for your visa. that won't work.
So what do we got?
We got a local election coming up, and Mayor John Buddy Dyer has been in office for 16 years. He's hoping to get another 4.
Okay, I love Buddy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to do a hot take.
All right.
I don't like that new commercial he's running where he's like, everybody else in the world, they're fucking crazy and everything's shitty. But here in Orlando, everything's great. And I'm the happiest mayor alive. And I'm like, oh,
Call
my
me buddy.
God.
Call me buddy.
And I look at him and I'm like, I'm more miserable than I've ever been. And it has nothing to do with you or anything, but I'm just saying, don't tell me that. I don't like you telling me how fucking happy you are.
Well, he's happy.
No, he is, and I love Orlando. Don't get me wrong.
I love Orlando too, but it's not. There's a lot going wrong around here.
There's a lot going wrong with everything,
Yeah.
but like, did you get that vibe at all? A little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe pick through the embers here to find the good parts.
How long can you be the mayor? Forever if you want?
Yeah,
Forever till you die.
Then there's no
Yeah,
term limit.
there's no term limits.
for anybody, commissioners or the mayor, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But they don't do that much, right? No offense to Buddy.
No,
No,
Dyer.
it's a
They do a lot,
figurehead.
and
It's
they
a
actually-
figurehead, though, right?
No. They actually call it in Orlando. It's called a strong mayor setup, where he has a lot of executive powers. He has a lot of decision making abilities.
My God.
There was a guy in Apopka who was the mayor for 61 years. You know,
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
nobody ran
Apopka,
against him.
come on.
61 years.
You know,
When did he become mayor?
We only go to Apopka for barbecue.
fucking
Everybody
become
knows
mayor
that.
when he
I
turned-
mean, like, right? I mean, let's
That's
be
true.
honest.
I'd never go to
Let's
Apopka
be
except
honest.
for
The
Porky's.
only reason to go to Apopka is Porky's barbecue.
Yeah.
Any other reason other than that, if you tell me that, I go, you're a fucking idiot.
Or
Like,
it's
it's
like-
not. I mean,
I couldn't afford Altamont.
look, as far as I'm concerned,
Hey, come
Porky's is a Popka. We
yeah.
shouldn't say Porky's
Yeah.
of a Popka. It should
Yeah.
just be Porky's is
Nothing
a
against
Popka.
Apopka. It's not a destination.
No,
neither is Maitland.
Look,
neither
I'm not
is
trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying it's
Castleberry.
just it's like people that say Orlando's a big city. It's not.
No.
It's just not a big city. I mean,
So the only reason I even knew Buddy Dyer was running for election, because I see the signs. Like I don't.
the commercial. You got to see the
I haven't
commercial.
seen
I don't watch
signs
TV.
or
You
haven't seen-
commercials.
maybe I can
No.
find it.
I don't watch commercials.
I don't either.
Oh yeah, so I never encountered.
I haven't even seen the signs though. I didn't.
It's the first time in 16 years he's actually had somebody who maybe is kind of interesting. There's 2 people running against him. There's Sam Ings, who is a commissioner, who's a District 6 commissioner, who used to work for the OPD for 30 years, and he thinks they're not transparent enough. But actually to narrow down how transparent this dude is, when he talks in city commission, they have to give a recap of who they had meetings with during the week. He will tell you down to what type of sandwich he had. and how much he paid.
Wow.
Because he wants everybody to know that he's not holding anything back.
I mean, I
All
get
right.
it, but I almost feel like in your doing that, like that almost turns me off.
He's the reason I don't
I'm
go to
very
city council
fickle. You
meetings.
got to get me right in that sweet
No,
spot.
it's too much. I don't want to hear about your roast beef, Mr.
Yeah,
Ames.
no,
Thank
no.
you very
I don't want to
much.
hear about
Yeah.
anybody's roast
No.
beef,
Could've been a really good
especially
roast
my
beef.
wife's. Ew, ate it
vagina.
last night.
Oh.
And I also assume there has to be a certain amount of shit that goes on that we probably would look down upon or judge, but they just keep it under wraps. They keep it
I
I
just
don't
took
wanna know.
a shit and I used 4 squares of toilet paper. Full transparency.
For instance, every casino has to take someone to the underground bunker and smash their hands, right? It's something that we don't want to see,
No.
but I understand that it's it has to happen
I would actually
to make this business
I
run
want to sign.
correctly.
It's been 0 days since we had to smash someone's hands in our basement bunker.
I would, listen, if
The term smash hands is
Smash
like
it.
really affecting me.
Smashing hands.
I mean, here's the thing.
Don't smash the hands.
I like Buddy Dyer, and I'm fine with him
Smash
being.
his
He
hands.
gave you guys your own official day.
Yeah,
How do you
he
not
did.
like him?
I'm fine with him being the mayor
He
forever.
made
Who
fun
gives
of me
a
for
fuck?
being
You know?
short.
Come
Look,
on,
by
man.
the way, buddy, you're short too.
I
Smash his hands.
I liked him even more after his son crashed into that tree.
Yeah, with a bong.
And threw his bong out the window. I'm like, my son will do
Relatable.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like, my son
relatable.
will do that one day. I've done that.
I like him. I like John Dyer.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Buddy because I feel like it's a marketing thing. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Call me Buddy.
His real name's not Buddy.
Yeah.
What?
And he's like, I'm the happy. In the commercial, he goes, I'm the happiest mayor in the world. And I'm like,
You know,
I wouldn't vote for John
I'd
Dyer.
be happy
Yeah,
too.
no,
if,
I want
His
Buddy.
last name is Dyer. Sounds bad.
Yeah.
Buddy makes everything
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
makes everything. And then you're like, oh.
Buddy is bong throwing. Dyer is dead.
Yeah.
And Buddy could stay in for 20 years, but John, you might ask some questions,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, I don't like being sold something, and I feel like I'm being sold
All
something.
right.
I do like him.
I like your
very nice
spin.
to us.
I'm glad that you brought this to our forum. Normally, we wouldn't kick this around. I think this is great.
A lot of people don't talk about it. We take it for granted because we like Buddy. He seems unassuming.
I do
He's
like
very-
him.
He goes
yeah,
all-
no.
He does the circuit.
Let it be said, I like him,
Yeah.
and he knows who we are, and he's always been very, very, very cool to you and I.
I liked him better when he was fat.
That being said,
Really?
apparently, according to the Orlando Weekly, he still is. Did you see the cover this week?
No, I didn't.
They did the worst illustration. of him. He looks like a hairy frog.
Oh,
Why would you do that?
It's the worst.
maybe they don't
illustrated,
want him
like-
as mayor, so they're drawing him.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you know.
subtle.
They call him
Everything
King,
is suspect now.
King Buddy is what they're calling it.
And they put a crown on a
and
frog.
a crown on him, and he looks like a frog. Not great. But that being said, like I just think it's important to not take it for granted. Like they shouldn't expect that they can stay for as long as they want if you're in an elected position. Like Patty
Yeah.
Sheehan. I love Patty Sheehan, and I don't know what would happen if she was ever not commissioner. Because she would, that's like her identity.
Yeah.
But that's not okay. Like you can't. That's an
I
elected
agree.
position that
Wow.
that we need
You know what?
people to fight for us.
I love and hate everything you're saying right now.
I know, it's really
Because
tough.
No, but because
And
I
I
like
love Patty.
I like Patty too, man. She's been like, God, one of the most amazing moments I've ever had in my life of watching like celebrities or like local media melt down was when Patty Sheehan and Wanzi was dressed as the Pope in Hamburger Mary's, and they got into a fight.
Yeah.
And I was there because it was the Watermark Awards, and I'm sitting there watching this, and I was like, "This is the greatest thing I'll ever see." And they're yelling at you, and I'm just eating a overpriced gay hamburger, and
Glitter all over.
oh, it was delicious. But it was just weird, you know, like, and so, I know, I get what you're saying.
Listen, I admit I'm the worst
Does it
participant
make you wanna-
in
no,
a
but
community.
does it make you
have
wanna do
you
it
ever
more?
voted in a local election?
No,
I'm not calling
But
you
does
out.
it make you want to?
no,
though? No, this is
never
what
even
I-
thought about it. Don't
No,
know where it
no,
is,
but
when
thi-
it is.
But
No,
why?
this would make me ask you, like, you're
I'm
listening
bad.
to-
Believe me. I'm.
No,
I
you're
know this is
listening
not
to
the-
Brendan,
Yeah.
and I know you love your sons more than anything in the world, and I know you want their future to be good, and more than likely they're going to be rooted here, I would imagine, unless something catastrophic happens.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know.
could be my pancreatic
Well-
cancer that I'm convinced that I have, but like,
Well,
re-
kids
re-
usually leave town. then
But
come back or
regardless of
whatever.
that, you know, let's say they stay here, you want it to be good, right? Like,
Yeah.
so like, does it change your mind about like wanting to be maybe a bit more? Because it is a little weird. I'll throw it out there. It's weird that you and I broadcast as much as we do inside of Orlando, and we have none, like nothing that has to do with anything political whatsoever. We don't have people come on. We don't talk about it.
Yeah. Well,
we've always kind of vowed we're
stay
not
far away from us.
Yeah, we've always said we're not going to be that show.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
it
want
could
to
be-
get into it. Well, first, there's a little bit of a nothing matters thing
that's
in my
me.
head, which
That's
is
me.
bad to
That's
say.
me.
But
Like, look at every president since I've been active in like working, and look at where I am now, and what impact did they have on my life? The answer is 0.
no, I understand. Like, so
You think that?
yeah. I know, I understand, and I know that you should be more.
I mean,
involved
like,
and stuff,
maybe
but
a little.
Here would be my response if I ever found out Buddy Dyer didn't get reelected. I'd be like, huh. And then I'd go about my life, and I would not think about it again ever in my
You
life.
know, and that's the thing. And so we don't cover, Bungalow doesn't cover politics. We have a
Yeah.
dinner table test, and like religion and politics just are things that you generally don't talk about.
Yeah.
That being said, I think I kind of want to change that, and I think people should be talking
Really?
about these people because they do impact what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They have huge budgets that they spend on local initiatives, and there's some commissioners that would rather spend the money on SWAN programs versus like actually getting jobs for homeless people. So like we've housed these homeless people. But now they don't have anything to do during the day because they
Put
don't
the
have any
homeless
jobs.
people on the swans, and
there we
then
go.
push them into
Make
the
this
ocean.
guy the mayor.
Right?
Mayor Daniel.
It's too heavy, it's too heavy.
If Mayor Dan did
On the
this-
Swan boat.
Yes.
We don't need to talk about that. Anyway,
If Mayor Dan, hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Mayor Dan did us here. I would put the homeless people on the swans.
Yeah.
I'll push them into the ocean.
Yeah, there it is.
And then I'll say there is unlimited alcohol and drugs over the horizon. Keep peddling.
Yeah.
And they'll just.
oh, that's
There
great.
it is. I'll get behind that.
And
Vote for Dennis.
off they go. A vote for Dennis is a vote for you.
It's just something to keep an eye on. It is also kind of boring. So like it's local politics are kind of boring. They're not
Yeah.
high stakes enough to keep people interested. So there's an election coming up. If you find it interesting, we have a voting guide on bungalow.com
Cool.
that breaks down who these people are.
Would you come in and keep us abreast of your voting guide?
Yeah, I could. Well, it's only next week is the election.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't want to know.
Remember,
Cancel my idea. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
I would,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no.
Is it?
I'm not
How about this
Do they have
pulse
anything
thing?
to do with legalizing weed?
Did you-
That's something I can get
Anything
behind.
weed, yes.
Yes.
Unless it's like, is weed bad?
Yeah.
We're
I
trying
say
to do
no.
a pot dinner for people who are medical marijuana card
Are you a
holders.
card?
I'm not, but somebody
What
wants to
the
get us
fuck,
cards.
Brendan?
Yeah.
Just get your
I'm
card.
don't you have your
Canadian.
card?
I'm Canadian.
Yeah, but you
So
buy.
that's what you should be,
do you-
uh,
honest. Give me an honest answer. Don't bullshit me.
Why don't I have a card?
Do you buy?
I don't
do
have
you buy
glaucoma.
illegal weed? You smoke.
I do smoke.
Don't put him on the spot.
No,
I know.
That's like a
look,
news
I
guy.
put everybody
snitching
on
on
the spot.
him. You know his partner is a fucking narc.
It's day after his birthday.
Stop snitching on me.
Yeah.
People are listening.
Are
Yeah, but not the right
Are
people.
they, Brendan? I'm
I-
convinced they are not.
The ones that are, though, will have no bearing on your future
Yeah, they
career.
love you. Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
inhaled. I've never inhaled.
Unless you got a foot problem, that's it.
I like
That's
the,
the only time I've ever seen him help.
just the mouth feel. I'm just doing it for the mouth feel of the weed. That's it. No. Yeah, cough it out.
Dang.
Pulse just announced their winning design for the Pulse Museum and
Yeah.
the
God, that's,
Memorial.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Did you
too.
see
It's
the
so
designs?
sad.
Did you see them?
Well, it's my birthday.
Oh.
Is the Pulse massacres.
Oh,
So
wow.
like
Yeah.
I am very I didn't
Is
want to be connected to it, but I am, and man, it makes me sad. Like it really affects me. Like I do not like it is not good.
Is for a statue or something, or for the?
Way more.
Okay.
You need to see. We just actually shared one of the renderings on our Instagram.
It's huge.
It is enormous.
Yes.
Yeah,
The museum
it's gonna
looks
be
like
big.
a nuclear. That's a hard word. Nuclear power plant.
It
Just
does
say
kinda,
new
yeah.
and then clear. That's how you get
It's
it.
just- oh,
Where's it going to be
Nuclear.
at?
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
It's gonna be on the side of like a meat packing plant.
Oh, that's good.
Just up the street from the actual club. So the club will be made into a memorial, which
It kinda already
using that
is.
footprint. It's gonna have like reflecting pools and 49 trees and 49 bands of color going around it.
I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, you can walk through the middle of like what looks like the building.
But like, I don't know if I could do that.
And then the
because
museum
that's
is
where
huge.
it.
Did they
like,
buy the club? Like, did the city buy the club from the owner?
The city tried to buy it, and then the owner turned it down. Barbara Poma. She was like, "No,
Yeah.
we're just going to do this ourselves." So it's a privately owned public memorial, and they've gotten $10 million from the tourist.
Is it weird
tourist
that
tax
it's privately
developments.
owned though? Do people still
There
get
were
the?
some people that
Because
were sketchy
initially
about
my
her.
vibe is that's sketchy, but I'm not saying. Look, I'm saying my initial vibe when he says that is ew.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like,
that's also my bias because I think it's a little weird myself. When we talk about it on Bungalow on the Bus, I don't.
what do most people? What is the vibe on the street of?
You can't talk about it. Like I get in trouble. Like you might get some comments when this airs. Like
That's fine.
People might be upset that I kind of question.
No,
it.
I think it's okay to question things. I mean, because like, look, we're not questioning.
talking it out.
We're not questioning the shit on. Let me preface.
Yeah,
we're
I don't know
questioning
anything
to
about it.
find out.
So
I want more info.
Okay.
I'm not questioning
Was
the
there a
shit
way to
on
profit
anything.
off it?
I don't know anything about this. All I know is this tragedy happened on my birthday, and I've moved my birthday to June 14th, which is my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
You know, like
What you wanted to do anyway. Because you love your daughter so much. You
I
just
do,
wanted to share
but
it
I'm
with
just like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
connected with that.
Yeah.
Like, I had a birthday party on June 12th, the year after, and it was like me and there were like Detective Barb was there. You were there. Like, it was not good, man. It was bad. It was like really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, just moving on. Like, if you live in Orlando, don't do anything fun on June 12th.
What?
Wow.
No, don't.
Well, there's that whole like keep dancing Orlando movie.
No.
Have
you know,
fun
like-
now?
No fun on that
Okay.
day.
I mean, there's a lot of
I
bad
mean, I don't
things that happen
understand
every
that,
day.
but-
You
No,
know, like
it's
September
bad.
11th and
Right,
things
there's-
that, you know.
No,
There's tragedies that happen every day, so
you
every
gotta
single
shut it
then I can't
down.
have fun any day because
No.
every day there's
You
a
should-
fucking tragedy.
Yeah, you should remember it and
No.
then remember that these things,
just shut it
horrible
down.
people out there.
Shut
And
it
they were
down.
kids. They were just dancing, man. They were kids dancing at a
Right.
club who got shot. So, like,
Yeah.
if you look at it that way, they were out having fun. It would be a shame if you stopped having fun on your
Right.
birthday because they were shot by
You
some
let the terrorists win.
dick,
Yeah.
right? So, like, keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Don't let that stop. Yeah. So it's interesting. So it's come from this shooting thing. They've launched One Pulse Foundation has come from this. They have tons of money. Like Lance Bass is on the board. They have like a huge board of directors. They got $10 million from the tourist tax
It's
development.
weird. Lance
thing
is
from
on
the
our
county.
board for Tom and Dan.
Yeah, your diving board.
No, we have a T&D media board. So you wouldn't know about it. You're not big enough.
There is a thing. So what? Like, who's in charge of all the money?
They are. They have a board. They have the foundation.
board
No,
of the
he's
foundation.
asking the questions to get the emails, right? like he's going down the
How do
path.
we-
No, I'm just wondering.
Who's
I mean,
in charge of
project
this
makes-
money? Where does this money go?
This huge project is going to be like a $50 million project when they're finished. They're going to start doing things next year, but it shouldn't be open until like 2022. It looks like an airport. And
Yeah.
they're actually in this. If you watch the video pitch reel that they made, it's like a French firm that won. They're starting to call Soto the Pulse District. And it's not going to be just these two sites.
Pulse District.
It's going to be this whole interconnected web of like pedestrian plazas and buses that are branded like Pulse Museum things that bring people from the
I
Sunrail
feel
station
like
to the
that's a bit
museum.
much.
Yeah, that's
What are
crazy
they putting
because
in
it's
the
not
Pulse
like
Museum?
it's not like something I want.
To constantly have in
No,
your face.
it's
Go
hard
to the memorial
No,
if you
it's hard to
want.
say this, but like it's very difficult for me as a resident here to want. That's not something I necessarily want to be connected with.
Yeah.
That's the.
But we are. And the reason
Yeah.
they got the $10 million from the tourist tax development, that's like the bed tax that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the county charges when people come here. It's
Sure.
only supposed to be spent on things that can bring more tourism. So they've proven that people are going to the Pulse site now already, like in droves.
Yeah, they
thousands
are.
of people every month.
They are.
They're selling T-shirts on the site.
Oh man.
Right, that are branded like for
Where
the
does that money
foundation,
go?
Back into the foundation that they can continue to do the stuff. It's
Yeah,
just-
Do what stuff though? Build new shit?
yeah.
How about let's give it a charity? I mean, right? I don't.
Well, and they're a charity. They are a charity, and they're working with like local gay center stuff. And the only thing, if you're going to take anything from this, there's so much money being thrown at this, and maybe not necessarily going towards the people who still have medical bills
right.
to deal with. That people should just be paying attention, because when it's public dollars, like the county tax, that are
Right.
going into this, which is a private foundation that's owned by the person who owned a nightclub before. We should just be paying attention.
Yeah.
That's where things like
keep your
local
eyes
elections are important,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
the ones that are proving that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a super publicized event that the world has donated money to,
Yeah.
like Pulse, or like, any like tragedies that happen that are worldwide news stories and stuff, there are a ton of donations. It happens with everything. Then you have the problem of, okay, who's going to divvy out the money? Where's this money
Right.
going to go? Who's in charge of that?
Well,
Anytime you give
and
someone $10
somebody's
million
gonna
or
always
whatever.
complain. No
Oh,
matter
it's never
what
gonna be
no
what
matter
everybody
what you
wants,
do
yeah.
with it, somebody's gonna always complain.
It's an
Spirit-
inevitable mess.
Spirit Search has commented about building a shelter for displaced LGBTQ youth. That's a Zebra House does that locally. There's I think it's like 70% of homeless youth are gay because they got kicked out of their homes when they come out, and so there's a local group that actually is that does that.
What,
I'm really looking forward to them helping my daughter.
Brendan,
when I kick her out of my house.
do you think?
I'm kidding. It's a joke. Come on. I'm trying to lighten
It's
it up.
No
This
Joke
thing-
Friday,
Yeah, we
Tom. I tried to make
It's
a
really
Joke
heavy. It's
Friday.
really heavy.
Tom
We
went
went
into
to
business.
cold subject. I'm trying
Now
to-
we're doing polls. It's
Yeah,
No Joke
I'm
Friday.
trying to
Yeah, why aren't you
Let's
yelling at Brendan?
Let's do something.
I didn't bring it up. I just want
He's
to
a
shit on
guest.
radio.
He's a guest.
And you just bring.
I made a joke. I'm going to kick my daughter out.
Yell at Daniel.
I'll be
Instead of
so
birthday.
disappointed if my daughter's gay.
I did yell at
Tracy
Daniel because
Morgan,
I don't
you know?
agree with him that I can't have fun on that date.
We got. These are just the biggest news
Anybody
stories
that believes
we have
that,
this
by the
week.
way, is crazy. But
I'll
hey,
give you some
believe what
nice
you
ones. I'll
want.
give you
All right.
Orlando just ranked as like one of the rattiest cities in the
Rat
nation.
or rad?
Like rat infested.
yeah, party.
According to
Pizza party.
Wait, what?
Orkin.com, that's a pest management company, like national. And so they ranked everybody, but
No, wait, they did it.
they did it.
They want to get the Orkin money around
It's
there.
according to the new
The National
new
Radical
calls
Association.
for rats. Like new calls for like service calls.
I literally was about to say, I haven't heard that much about rats in Orlando, and then I remembered that
Rat
we
House?
did months
Yeah.
of Rat House videos.
Do you
I was like,
remember-
oh
There
yeah,
was a song about
the
it. There was a
goddamn Rat
cartoon
House
about it.
with fucking
Do you
giant
remember
rat.
my
Yeah.
house
Yeah, yeah.
before
Yeah.
Ross made it famous?
This is how
my
quickly I
house
forget.
was infested with rats.
Yeah. Although in the city, I've not noticed that many rats running around. Like you hear New York residents
Nocturnal.
talk about like gigantic rats and sewer rats and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But downtown Orlando, I mean, have you guys seen that many rats downtown Orlando?
Oh,
You
yeah.
have? Oh, okay.
I live in Mills 50 though. So
No, yeah.
There's a lot of rats
I've
around
not
there.
just never noticed any
Oh, by the
rats
way,
running
from our
around.
Twitch chat room, Norm, who's always in there.
I think it's normal.
He says, Normal, Florida. He says, this is the first time a coworker has messaged me telling me it's too loud with Tom yelling.
No, I'm sorry. I will not yell at you.
No, you need to yell more.
why doesn't Norm just turn his volume down?
So how?
No.
right.
Crank it up. Rip the knob off.
Hold on.
Radio.
Talk about nipples.
Cities like New Orleans has to be.
Yo, they're the
top-
rat-
They
they're
got
the
the
rat
most
kings.
rats.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They got Nutra.
Do you think they have the most?
Dallas?
Who do you think
Dallas.
has the most? Who
New
has the
Orleans.
most rats?
I think New Orleans. In New Orleans,
Dallas.
they eat rats.
I would say Dallas.
What are the giant rats called?
Oh, yeah.
Nutria.
Nutria?
Nutria. The fucking rat is the size of a tiny dog, like a Yorkie.
Yeah.
Like they're that big. It's
Yeah, they're like
insane.
mini capybaras.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
No, I was gonna say capybara.
Capybara.
New York.
New York is in
I
the
was
top.
gonna say New York.
New York. New York.
What is?
You guys are just a bunch of lemmings over there. You're all saying New York. You said New York too, Sam?
You know what? I'll switch it. I'll say L.A.
All right.
Oh, wow.
L.A. is number 2.
All right.
New York is number 3. Washington, D.C., Baltimore. They're number 4. And then the top is Chicago.
Whoa, we forgot about Chicago.
I was gonna throw
my
Boston
Kanye.
in there too.
If you want to see the whole list, we have it on bungalow.com.
Yeah, the big cities, they got the rat problems. And with rats, like
I like a good rat. I feel like
On a stick.
but I feel like when you have a rat in your home, and it may just be me, but I felt like I had achieved a certain level of adultdom.
Oh, because it's like
Really?
a problem. you
Yeah,
have to
no,
solve.
I look, you're probably gonna totally disagree and say I'm a stupid person, but that's fine. But like when the guy was like,
do.
"Well, you obviously have a rat problem," I was like, "Feather in the cap. I have achieved adultdom. I own a home that has a rodent problem."
How'd you get rid of them?
This man would use these peanut butter traps.
Oh, yeah.
And they were plastic peanut butter traps. And the new rat traps aren't like the ones that are like a piece of wood and you have the wire that slaps over and like slaps their neck and breaks their neck. Like it's a like a plastic or polymer claw.
Oh.
And it's a bear claw. So when it comes over, it's got like a claw mechanism. And all of the fingers are sharp. So when it gets you, you don't just get like a slap, like it literally like cuts
That's medieval.
and you bleed out. And then the
Whoa.
other rats eat the rat.
Oh, come on.
What?
So the way that we got rid of my rats was to kill rats and then have those rats eat the rats that we killed. Like one
You're
week.
making this up. This isn't a
No,
thing.
one
You can't buy
weekend.
that.
One weekend we killed 28 rats.
Why are you such a
God
liar?
damn, 28.
In my attic, and then
That is a
and then we'd keep
problem.
laying them down. Yeah, it was an infestation.
Like Secret of Nim.
and you know why? It's in this area. It's the small citrus trees. They love the citrus trees. So the
fruit
amount of
trees.
rats that are in like the old like Audubon area, it's the citrus trees. If they get rid of the citrus trees, you're good to go.
I'm mad at cartoons that taught me that if you have rats, you're gonna have a tiny train tunnel on near your baseboards. That's where their house is.
It doesn't work like
And
that.
and then I remember in my Heron Alley house there was like rats. And I'm like, I see no tiny train tunnel, and very disappointed. They just live in your attic and shit, and mainly travel into your attic through your fucking cable lines, and they could walk it
And
like
they
a
can
goddamn
squish their
tightrope.
body. They can squish their body down.
What the
Like,
fuck?
A rat that is my size can literally squeeze through like a fucking dime-sized hole. And then they use that UV light, and they're like, this is where they're going because while they're walking, they're pissing. You know, it's like it's so disgusting.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got rid of all of them. And,
Drunk piss walkers.
But then one night,
Oh.
I got up to pee. And I went into
And
the
it held it
bathroom.
for
We only
you?
had one bathroom, this tiny little bungalow, pun intended. And I walked in there, and I heard scratching. And there was a rat trying to dig through the wall. It was trying to dig through my...
Trying to make that train tunnel.
Yeah, it was trying to dig through, but it was behind my medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Trying to get your pain
So I
pills.
took my medicine cabinet off. And then sure enough, he was in there, but I set another trap, and then eventually it killed him. But then I turned over my medicine cabinet. And the Asian people that owned the house before me had written me a letter on the back of my medicine cabinet.
What'd it say?
Can't tell you.
Because it's written in Asian.
He said it.
Asian.
They're like, check your Coke. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They made
You
my
shake-
ghost
shaking-
stepdad laugh.
Shaking more than twice is playing with
They
yourself.
J laugh. I know my audience.
Candyman.
I said I was gonna tell you what it said, but he said, "Check your Coke." I can't get it.
Not everybody get that. All right.
I
what is
totally
this?
got it.
Change your underwear. Winter Park is launching a search for artists to do something along the I-4. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
No.
It's the I-4 Ultimate has an art endowment program where they're giving $1.5 million to fund art projects that are along that corridor.
I have heard about this, and I'm mad because just fix fucking I-4, right? I'd rather have the goddamn road fixed.
They're like, it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Get some
right?
graffiti artists to put some
I
murals.
mean, hey,
It's like, they're not doing anything.
It's awful.
Stay in your lane.
Focus
All
on
right.
the job.
There are 7 people in this room.
It looks like the goddamn apocalypse.
Is
up there.
anyone okay with driving I-4 at 80 miles an hour? Like,
Hell
I
no.
feel like, look, I love fast cars.
love it.
I'm a car guy.
Yeah.
It is very scary. Like, it is not safe. Like,
Are
I
you
feel
sure?
like
No.
I'm zooming around. I'm
Uneven
bumping
lanes.
over. Yeah.
They repaint the goddamn lanes almost
And-
every other day, and nobody follows them.
I like
Like when you're going out to Disney and you
Yeah.
make this one corner, I swear to God, I'm always like thinking that me and my family are gonna die. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is not
Yeah.
good, man. And they call it ultimate. This is not ultimate. This
No.
is bullshit. It's terrible.
My wife, like, they have exits now that they'll make a divide for, but the
Yeah.
exit will go on
a mile.
for like 5
yeah.
miles,
Forever.
and then you can get back on. My wife's like, "Watch this! It's a shortcut. I could take this exit divide. Everybody's in traffic.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
zooming back. She's
She
like,
knows.
I can get back on in front of them." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "This isn't
No,
right."
it's not good.
Yeah, what the
It's
fuck
like
are we
she's
doing?
part of the problem.
I know, but she's using the system.
If she
and the
does that
system
to
is
me, I
I'm
screwed
with
swear to
her.
God, I'll smash into
Bus
her
Decker
car.
made me do that the other day. I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't right. This isn't right.
yeah.
Everybody
Oh,
else
he's
is
a
playing
cop
by
now.
the
He's
rules.
Yeah,
allowed
he's
to
a
do
fucking
it. He's a
narc now.
cop.
Oh, yeah,
Goddamn
he just
cop.
flashes his badge.
Yeah, he came in here. I had to put my weed pen away.
You didn't have to,
No,
but you
Yeah,
chose
I
to.
just
You're
felt
legal.
I
It's
felt
fine.
like I needed. Well, I am legal, but I felt like I needed to do it. Like if he sees me operating an iPad under the
yeah.
influence.
Yeah.
Here's what the great divide between so politicians they get all the complaints, right?
Thankfully.
So they're sitting there, and their job depends on voters. So they're hearing from all their voters bitching about I-4, right? And it is what it is. It's like they started the project. It's like, guess what?
I'm like, what were the plans? Because they seem to change every
Yeah,
other
it
fucking
looks
week.
crazy.
And I don't know what you guys are doing.
It
but
does.
It's chaos.
I mean, it's the epitome of my daughter putting together Legos, and she's 4. Like it's like, what are you
It
doing?
doesn't seem to
Ross
make
Padgett
any
made a
logical
great
sense.
video. Ross Padgett did a great
Yeah.
video about like who's making I-4. Oh, it's so funny. He did a
Well,
great job.
think about how
Shoulda watched
complicated
it.
it is when you're trying to build a bigger road on the road that people have to use every day. So
yeah.
it's moving like, let's move them over here. We'll work on this and move it back so we can work on this. It's moving back and forth. It is complicated, I understand. And
Blow it up and start over.
Well,
It
they
is
can't-
God awful.
the only way to do it, I imagine, I'm
Build
sure
over it, right?
Well, but that probably is super complicated too. Like, I'm no engineer. The problem is when they proposed it all we have to look at as the voters or people making decisions is the end result. So they push out the
Sure.
tiny model with the fake trees, and they're like,
Yeah.
look at them, and everybody's like, whoa, like I want that, and they're like, yeah, vote on that, and they're like, all right, it's gonna be 12 years of fucked up shit before this happens.
How long has it been? Since
I don't know,
started?
but I think it's
Because
gonna-
it's been a long.
Oh,
ass
it's not
time.
going to end. I think we have another 5 years,
Oh
6
my
years.
And
God.
then the people,
It's gonna be a lot of fucked up.
and then every politician, like, by the way, you'll get voted out before the shit is even close to be done. But so they're hearing, they're like, all
Buddy,
right.
no.
They're like,
Or,
well,
excuse me, John.
well, I'm just saying, like, just in the fact that it takes so long. But then so the politicians are like, oh, I know we'll make it better. We'll do this art project,
Right.
and we'll have some
Yeah.
beautiful murals so people
they're
can
gonna
look
have,
at it while
like-
you sit in traffic.
They're gonna
I
have
have
like
a fucking
farmers
iPhone.
markets and stuff out there, right?
They what, sorry?
They're gonna have like farmers markets and stuff out there, right? I think I read
underneath.
that. Yeah,
So that's
like under the overpass. They're gonna have
where
farmers markets.
where-
Where I'm like,
Christ.
I don't want to be underneath I-4 shopping for.
You know what
produce.
sucks?
There's historic-
You know what sucks? 100% sucks. Farmers.
Oh, come
Sorry,
on.
if you're a listener and you're a farmer, you suck. I mean, it's
How
just not.
dare
I hate
yeah,
food.
No, I hate
food.
pumpkins and corn
Yeah.
and all that bullshit
You know
that
what
you
we
guys
need
grow.
more?
You guys are a bunch
Well,
of
we need more
lamos.
factory farms.
God,
in
that's
this world.
so fucking
You're so
19.
neg
That's
today.
so 1990.
I've
Is
never
this because
seen.
we talked about Pulse? Is that why you're saying that
Maybe.
right now? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I gotta get it out.
I've never really seen a farmer's at a farmer's market. Like,
No, you know why? Because they
Now it's
suck.
hipsters,
Even
yeah.
farmers know they suck.
I have so
They're
much
like,
to say. The people I used to work for the city of Winter Park, and I was in charge of their Keep Winter Park Beautiful like volunteer program. So we worked with the farmers market. None of those vendors are growing their food.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How do you grow kettle corn? How do you grow dog collars?
Yeah.
How do you grow fucking rugs? How do you?
It's all people selling
Yeah.
their.
It's a bunch
They
of
resell
goddamn
it.
opportunists. Yeah.
They resell it.
Yeah.
They buy it
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the same people that are selling to Publix.
Oh,
and then
great.
They repackage.
I
and
got
sell.
kettle corn and a Tupac rug.
The
awesome.
Black Honey or Black Bee Honey.
Black
Did you hear
Honey.
about these guys? These
Black
kids-
Honey's
these
a
kids
porn
in
star,
Paramore?
sir.
No.
I gave her a toonie. That's a $2 coin. It's a Canadian joke.
Loonies and toonies.
Black Bee Honey. It's this Paramore-based Paramore Kids Zone thing. These kids.
Oh, so it is black honey.
They're buying honey from another person, repackaging it.
Oh,
as their
no,
own,
that's not good.
And selling it, but they're winning awards, and every news outlet has covered them about how great it is.
Yeah, but can we get them their own hive?
They
That would
just
be
got
better.
their first hive.
Yeah,
downtown.
okay,
but it's
good.
just crazy to people don't care.
No.
Orlandoans don't care. We don't care where the product's coming from, as long as it's
You're
like,
looking at me. I
packaged
agree.
Also,
I don't
I
care.
don't care. I just want that honey.
Where's
from the
that honey
Paramore
from?
Kids.
Oh, the black kids.
Listen,
Great. I'll buy it.
stereotypically, beekeeping is a nerdy white game. I'm sorry. I'm just
it's why
sorry.
We did the joke that
Not that you can't get into beekeeping.
One of our original T-shirts
Yeah.
was Rick Ross in a beekeeper's outfit.
Oh,
Like,
that's for comedy.
Snoot.
Rick Ross had fucking
no,
never put on a
because we
beekeeper.
made jokes about how like black people don't like bees. I don't think they do. It's
I
like
worked with Winter Park Honey. They have their own bees, but they started a beekeeping program in Haiti. And they brought this kid up from Haiti so he could like live with them and learn how to raise bees.
yeah.
And then he went back and he's been like, he has to like strap his bee hive to the back of his moped to bring
Oh,
it
man, that's
out
a
into
hard
the
life.
country so they can eat flowers and stuff and do their thing and then
Get
bring
pollen,
it back.
yeah.
But then he's trying to sell it and nobody in Haiti eats honey. They don't care about honey. So
Yeah.
it's like this whole program that
It's just not a thing.
thousands of dollars
Yeah.
on.
Oh, that's
Nobody
Oh.
cares. And there's this poor lonely guy with a beehive strapped to his moped trying to inch out a life.
I'll
And the
buy
Winter
it.
Park kids are all like, good job.
Yeah.
We trained him.
Well,
but like,
I
We
know.
trained it for nothing. Yeah.
teach us some IT skills, like,
Oh man,
I
yeah,
know-
something that's global. Yeah, honey, not global.
I'm really negative today. Is that the whiskey I did?
No.
I don't know. We got to get back to Joke
Yeah, should
Friday.
I take a break?
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
I'm going to tell you about the
Tom
Godzilla.
was about to go in. You about to go in?
No. I was gonna the whole like the local honey thing at farmers markets. My brother-in-law is a
He
beekeeper.
does.
and
I
he's
follow
like-
him, man.
Yeah.
I'm all up into it. Like he just pulled his combs.
Yeah.
And as of yesterday, he was checking for honey, right? Like he's.
I don't know. I don't follow. I
Oh,
don't
you
have
don't
no
follow?
idea.
Yeah. He pulled the combs, and then apparently there's only times that honey appears. So like he pulled the combs, and he's like, "We're waiting on that honey, like waiting for it to happen."
Well, it's a time seasonal and stuff, but he told me that everybody wants local honey because of the allergy thing,
Yeah.
and like
Is that true?
yeah,
Okay.
it is true.
Or is this something they're telling us?
No,
you know
no,
what
no.
I mean?
You know what?
That is
I'm with you,
scientifically
Sam. I
proven,
don't
yeah.
believe nothing.
I
I take
can't
local
trust
honey. My
anything
allergies
anymore.
are bad.
You're
my,
basic-
my allergies are bad as fuck. I
Milk
take
is
local-
good for you. Milk is bad for you. Eggs are good for you. Eggs are bad for you. Is my local honey good for my allergies, or is that just some dumb thing that somebody
The
came up
only
with?
thing that
true.
I have determined that is good for me is eating pussy.
It's essentially the
Antibodies.
And yours.
the
Local
same thing
pussy.
as like giving yourself
What's
a
a butt?
You're eating my pussy?
Yeah, or dick. It's the same thing.
A bussy.
Genitals.
Let's take a break. How about that?
The name of the band is Aerial View. The name of the song is Succubus.
Is that about John?
It is. This song is about John Bustager. So enjoy this. We'll be right back.
Keep it going, right?
The people I still know
So
that just
popular.
buy weed like illegally or whatever, they're in the mindset of like, fuck, I don't even want to go through, like I don't want to have to see a doctor, do this. Or
Have you heard that it's
And-
gone up?
And
Because it has.
what?
The initial
the number of police officers that deal with non-medical marijuana has gone through the roof. I was watching this a couple nights ago on like Live PD or one of those dumb like cop shows that I watched. They were talking about how like illegal marijuana, it's like it's the gold rush right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
because
they almost decriminalized it by saying that they
And
don't,
that-
they're not
and-
going to prosecute it
and
anymore
that's
because
why.
they can't test it. Or
But
whatever.
there's still like more people are buying illegally than ever would that like
Yeah.
doing it legally.
Well, because the writing's on the wall, and everybody, and even the cops, I think the prosecutors are like, we're not going to prosecute because our test can't be
Accurate
100%
enough, yeah.
accurate because the CBD it still registers as
Right.
THC. So then they came out with that not that long ago.
That old lady that was in the airport.
That was part of the reason why they threw out the test.
She's very important.
And then since they threw out the
she
test
is because of this.
Yeah. And so
She was at the back of a bus.
and I want to show
She
it
was Rosa Parks.
just to show how stupid we were. Kind of similar to like Rosa Parks and
Rosa Sparks.
It'll be like someone like an old man telling
That's
me
really good.
that they used to have different water fountains for black and white people, and me being dumbfounded and be like, "What the fuck is that?" And then them being like,
got
"I
rid of
know,
that?
it's so stupid."
That's weird.
All right.
That's why I don't use water fountains.
Do you want an email or voicemail?
Like a Norm in our Twitch chat room says the anxiety of going to the doctor and doing the whole thing, it keeps me from getting my card. I can see that.
Dang,
It's
what
so
anxiety?
easy though.
No, like
That's why he needs weed.
I understand what he means
I
about
know,
like
the
thinking
irony.
that because the stigma. No, but the
Vicious circle.
stigma.
Too anxiety ridden.
Come on, man! Don't lie to
Wait
me.
until you get that weed. You're really gonna have anxiety.
No, you weren't.
No, you're doing it wrong.
You weren't at all
Because
concerned the
sativa.
first time you went. I
Where?
was.
Concerned about
And
what?
I was the first one to do it here. I told you guys that, and you guys are, good luck. It was like some fucking bullshit.
Well, there was so much
Yeah.
misinformation.
I'm going down
too.
to Kissimmee to meet Dr. Jack Rothman,
Yeah,
like
a
in a
gynecologist.
fucking gynecologist in a strip mall. Like, you mean to tell me you can't see the anxiety
And
that's
what happens?
wrapped around?
What
it?
happens?
You know how many-
You go and you give them money? Like, how does it work? There's like
No,
It's
you
a
pay
consultation.
online or you send your check in. In my time, I sent a check in, a physical fucking check.
You go
Sounds like a
pay
fax.
retired doctor that got back into
No,
the
he-
business
he-
to make some money, and then he writes some paperwork and types some things. You get your weed.
Do you have to? Because I don't like have glaucoma. Like, what do you have to get?
Have you
card?
ever felt pain? There we go.
Do you have trouble sleeping? Do you get
Is that-
migraines?
Are
Do
you
have
a human?
anxiety? Any of that?
There it
Excuse me,
is.
Brendan, this is Dr. Tom. He
Yeah.
asked you the first
Come
question.
sit.
Pretend. Let's
Okay,
pretend.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
pretend.
I'm the
let's pretend.
doctor.
All right,
I
let's
come in,
role
I'm-
play.
Okay,
Hello.
we're role playing.
I used to
Excuse
be.
me, hold on. The doctor will be with you very, very soon.
All right, I'll be right here.
Yeah,
I'll be right
okay. Thank you. I already entered everything, so he'll Dr. Van will be with you in a minute.
All right, I'll be right here on my phone, looking at Grindr. Okay.
And by the way, you're sitting in an
He's
office.
also a homophobe.
There's nothing
and,
on the walls.
No.
The more gay you can make this visit,
How
will,
dare you.
will really, really
I'm
poof
just-
his
My
pompadour.
short shorts are really
He's in
riding out.
his hot pink short
Yeah,
shorts
yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
is accurate. Is what he's
Excuse me,
wearing.
sir. Can you take off your Big Bird RuPaul glasses?
Mr.
One
O'Connor,
second.
can you come to my office, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Clip.
All right.
Heels.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell by the lack of decoration and the IKEA desk and my laptop and just one chair in this room
That we're
this-
willing to. It's a bug out bag.
This is
at any
Johnny
moment.
operation.
Like
This-
we got,
I just got this office like 2 weeks ago, and it's gonna be.
I like your IKEA leaf over the desk.
Yeah.
You know it's a good doctor when your neighbor to the left is like a pollo tropical, and your neighbor to the right is a small one of those. What is that?
Rub and tug?
No, this.
No,
We'll
yeah,
go with
okay,
that.
okay.
It's a rub and tug.
Sunshine massages.
Let's just say I'm trying to get while the getting's good.
Okay.
So all right. So I see you're here to get your medical marijuana card.
Yeah. I have no, what do you need? What do you
Okay, yeah. Well, I see that you listed under reasons why you want to receive your card. You just put a question mark here. I got to ask you a couple questions because this is very serious. And if the state finds out I'm just handing out medical marijuana cards to any,
This gun.
Tom, Dick, and Harry that wants to get high, I mean, they're going to come crashing. They'll
Well,
need, kick in my door, and the weed police.
Funnily enough, sir,
Jackbooted thugs are going to take my entire business,
Oh,
which
okay.
consists of an IKEA desk.
my anxiety is very high right now.
All right, deal. You got it.
That is
Deal. Wait, you said
fairly-
You need more than that. You need Xanax and stuff. I can't even give you that. I'll give you as much weed as
the
you
last
want.
appointment I went to.
Really?
she was good, right?
She was adamant that I needed to smoke flower. She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
Smoke
she's
flower, all flower,
also
all time."
our me
I
and
was like, I
Sam's
don't
new
want that.
doctor.
They're like,
She's
no.
on
I
the
was like, I'm already
international.
approved,
Look, she's coming in here. We're gonna book her, right? You got her card?
I did not get her card.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
She is on the International Congress of Sex.
Of sex?
of sex.
So she's like a sex pot therapist?
No, she is on the
Here's the thing.
International Congress of Sex.
There's only
Saying it louder doesn't help me understand what you're saying.
That's why it works for lizard people. I yell at them.
There's only a certain amount of
Cultural
doctors that
appropriation.
get approved to be able to recommend marijuana.
Okay.
And they're all over the spectrum. So it can be like a gynecologist. It could be a,
I
a
thought you
primary
meant
care.
autism.
What? Okay. Or it could be like a sex doctor. Like there's different
What?
types. Yeah. You just have to take like a few
What?
courses.
The
and-
American medical industry makes no,
No, it does
sense
not.
to
She
me.
specializes in penile
And dry vaginas.
and vagina
Yeah.
rejuvenation.
Okay, nothing.
Via
okay.
the weed?
No.
No, that's
her
her-
actual
that's
practice.
her actual practice.
And on the side, for some side
She
money,
does some weed.
She does some weed.
Yeah, me and Sam went there together. We high fived. I was coming. Look, this is no bullshit. I
Yeah.
was leaving. I high fived Sam. Sam went in.
Yep.
She was coming back from
that's fine.
Asheville.
Truth.
Brendan,
So, like-
it's this. This is the deal.
Okay.
It's all the other doctors that have practices and work. They're working and they're too busy to be the marijuana doctors. Nothing against them, but all the doctors that may be on the fringe or have retired recently, or maybe a sex specialist and stuff. Technically, they have a medical.
Yeah, they got a doctorate.
They have an MD, whatever. They got a job for you, and it's handing out these medical marijuana cards, and it's lucrative.
what
So
is-
are they getting
so they
like,
got
kickback?
in it.
Do they get a kickback?
Yeah,
from
well, you gotta
Probably,
pay
yeah,
them.
they get paid.
I
But
mean, they're
what-
working.
$150 every 7 months.
Why have you not?
Generally, I'm just lazy and I already
Yeah.
have weed.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
why-
that's most people. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to get
Yeah.
in your car and just drive to a weed store?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But most people,
Or they deliver.
Who's
A
gonna
lot
say
of
no?
them
They deliver. They deliver.
They
yeah.
deliver?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's
For
free.
added
It's
fees.
free. No, it's
No,
free.
it's free.
And what are
free.
you paying for stuff like this? For like, what is
Depends
my
what you
medical?
want.
It's a
Well, like
little.
Soterra
It's a
just-
little more expensive than black
I
market.
want
But you know
It
it's
is.
pot
safe.
oil I can put on
Yeah,
my
that's
pizza.
true. You're not gonna die.
Can I get pot oil for like
Yes.
like pot
Well,
truffle
Yes,
oil?
you can get oil for your pizza. Yes, you can get.
Tinctures.
Yes.
That's what I want.
no one's worried about dying from smoking weed and the.
I am
from
if
the
it's
Well,
on
drug
the
no,
dealer.
black
no,
market,
no,
yeah.
no, that's
Dude, that's what's been
incorrect.
killing everybody
No,
with the
that
vapes.
bullshit.
It's the black market cartridges.
Yeah, you
that are
gotta
mixed
know.
with
vape pens.
shit.
I'm talking about.
There has never
marijuana.
been more of a time where I would want to tell people to get their cards
Yeah.
so you can get that shit regulated
Right.
because like that is the bullshit. Weed is killing people. Or cartridges, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So just stick with bud, right?
Yeah.
Or the medical stuff where they
I would
test
say
it.
if you're to answer his question accurately, if you're buying illegally, bud. I would not trust any cartridge black market. I would not.
Well-
but if you're gonna buy legally, yeah, then you're good to
Let's
go.
just say I tell most of the drug dealers are just getting all their shit from California
they're
or
making
Colorado
fakes.
and stuff.
They're making fakes.
Yeah.
Companies
I know.
are making fakes and killing people.
Here's the
so
thing:
it's-
most people that are been avid THC users for their whole life, they know their drug dealers or fucking neighbor or whoever. It's
Yeah.
that guy that they know, and
Yeah,
that's
but
why.
but now a lot of those guys are getting newer shit because people want the cartridges
Yeah.
instead of the flower, and they're getting sold bobo shit because they don't know.
Well, because
it's all new
cartridges
to
you
them.
could smoke at like Dr. Phillips, like
Yeah,
nobody's gonna
right.
pull you over.
Yeah.
Versus like a big fatty.
Smoking, yeah.
It'll all be legal soon, and we'll now have to. All this
Anyway,
will be
mail
something.
on mail. What do you want? Voicemail, email.
Yeah, mail on mail.
All right, this is
Do you read it gay?
Obsolete Opulence. Hey guys, while I didn't have an intercom system in my house, a lot
Gayer.
of people I grew up with did, and none of them shits ever worked. We did have something that was just as obnoxious, a dedicated vacuum system. There were wall ports in every room that you would just plug the hose into, and it
Yeah.
would kick on the central tank to start sucking.
That does sound
Growing
gay.
up, I thought this was normal and that regular vacuums were weird. We also had the huge fake wood projection screen placed directly in, you guessed it, the sunroom, so you couldn't see a damn thing on it. The 80s were a special time.
I don't think it was the 80s. I think it was your shitty parents.
No, the vacuum
That was
thing
the shot
I've seen.
I've seen, like, in movies or shows from the... I've never actually seen it in real
Some
life.
cars have that.
Really?
Cars?
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
there are
What?
some SUVs that for like mom-centric, like super moms that have like
Snap and hose areas?
they have like an area where you can plug a hose in, you can vacuum the whole car out, and it goes to its own bin.
That's connected to the car?
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
powered by the car.
Yeah, but it's like it's built into the car.
Yes.
Like, what car SUV has like some
you'll have
mom
to
van?
look it up. Yeah,
You know, there's some loser kid in the back. Put down the vacuum, Bob. Put it down.
No, but I think it's kind of cool. Like, it makes sense to me. You're like,
There in the
the
back.
vacuum
They have
thing.
dustbusters and shit. This is my only gripe with it. So
So
I equate it to
So far.
to my penny farthing.
here's the
gripe.
thing.
No, well, it's
Are you doing a here's the thing?
well, I'm just saying. Brendan, I used to bitch about the penny farthing because I was like, why wouldn't they think like a little bit further and be like, hey, one big wheel, tiny wheel, make them both the same size.
Is it possible with the penny farthing that it was just for the novelty look of like this is an odd looking thing? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like,
It,
we rolling.
Right.
It shits on my whole
Yeah.
bitching about the penny farthing, but
That's what I'm here for.
with the built-in vacuum cleaner into the house.
In the house is weird to me, but in the car I can kind of see.
Why is
Because
in
if
the
you're at
house
the
weird?
beach, then you want to like vacuum up all the sand. It's quicker to just if it's already connected to your car.
I like
The
it in
house
the
one.
house. I see it in like when I go to get my hair cut and they have it built in.
2014 Honda Odyssey adds its
Yeah.
first ever built-in vacuum system. Interesting.
Good job,
Thank
producer.
you, Jay.
The
Telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's cool.
But the house thing wouldn't like okay, so I imagine it's okay, I know a little bit about what goes into the construction of a house or whatever is a block. Putting vacuum lines in every room built
That
in.
had to be expensive, right?
No, they don't have to be that big.
What do you mean? What?
I mean,
but it's built into the house.
Right.
No, I feel
does
like
it
that's
go?
it's less labor intensive than you think.
Where does it go, though? Is there like a
There's
thing you
got to
have
be
to
a
empty?
bin system at the
Yeah,
bottom
there's a
or
bin,
something.
Does
yeah.
it just shoot it into your neighbor's yard? Like, where does it go?
You need a motor.
No, you collect it and then you like put it in your trash.
That seems like more work because then I have to empty every bin from room to room.
Well,
rather
you're gonna
than
have
just
to
my
do that with
vacuum.
your vacuum anyway.
But just one vacuum.
yeah, and the whole thing
no,
is
it all comes to one bin.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
each connection.
No,
okay.
I don't feel like
All right.
no. Every room doesn't have its own empty point. No,
It'd be a
I
fun
don't.
scene in like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
well.
Right.
Here's
right?
the thing.
Like you get
We suck
sucked
the
in-
kids up.
I can prove that it's a dumb idea because we don't do it anymore.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
proof.
Well, no,
it's a dumb
just-
fucking idea.
It's just not used a lot.
No one builds a house with a vacuum
No,
cleaner
but
into
there
the
are a
walls.
lot of. I feel like
That's true.
a haircut place. They have.
Well, a haircut place where you're actually having to, suck
Did you
up
say
hair.
Actually, you said actually.
You're the one that's drunk.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
not.
shit-faced drunk. Everybody knows it.
No, I'm not. You read the chat room.
Well, they know. They're listening to you.
No, they said Daniel is drunk. I said I'm not drunk.
And he's not wearing pants.
Well, you're slurring.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
But
Apologies.
no, it's okay.
Slurring again. Slurred your apology.
I said apologies, not apologize.
Put on your white voice. Apologies.
Apologies.
That was good. That was good.
Voicemail?
A vacuum cleaner's easier, right? All right.
I agree.
I want to buy. Well, now you know why we don't have it anymore? Because we have those little robots.
No, the Roombas.
Yeah, the
mobile
Roombas.
ones.
Yeah.
They suck.
They've cut out the whole.
That's what they're
sweepy
supposed to
part.
do.
No, but I mean they're not as good. I have one and barely gets used, and it's not that good.
I want one that looks like R2D2.
They
that a
will
thing?
I'm sure.
probably
yeah.
have that.
If
yeah.
it's not already, yeah.
It's like doing
Well, I
its
mean, like,
thing.
how is that not a thing? With it, as much of the, you know.
They have to make like skins for Roombas, right? Like they make with like
If you
Xboxes
don't-
and
Well,
stuff.
they make skins for everything,
That's
but
what I'm
like
saying.
my point is that I don't believe that it's you want an officially licensed product.
I don't care as long as it looks like R2D2. That's what I want. Yeah. Or like
I don't think you're gonna get
what's
that.
what's the hairy guy from
What?
from the Publix? No,
Chewbacca.
there's what's the there? Oh man, way off base. Is this my White Claw coming out right now?
Oh, it's happening.
Was the hairy guy from Publix?
There's the family, a weird gothic family.
Adam's Family.
Adam's family.
Oh,
and
man,
then the
Cousin
hair,
It, Cousin It.
cousin it. I would like a cousin it thing on top
Really?
of it.
Okay, that's
With his
Oh,
little
weird.
sunglasses.
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
odd thing.
Do you want them also smoking?
Don't judge me. You asked me what I wanted. I'm
That's
telling you
very-
what I want.
That's very hot, Brendan.
Do you know the Roomba
Like walking
for
around.
lawnmowers, like the lawnmower Roomba?
Yeah.
I've seen that before, like Home Depot or whatever, and that no way that works.
No.
And like,
Kill
does
all
someone
of them.
have that? And then
Someone
actually
does. I don't know if it works.
It would just be
well
like
or not.
killing all the lizards and toads in your yard.
Well,
Indiscriminately
Would you
killing
pause
everything.
for them?
Always.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
I think that
Oh,
says a lot
man.
about you.
Mm-hmm.
You're
No,
not
I go
stopping.
all in.
Yeah.
Look, if it's in front of me, it's getting
But you
mowed.
stop for trick or treaters?
Well,
in
I'm
your
not-
car?
I'm not mowing them.
Yeah, you wouldn't talk about it though if you didn't stop.
You got very
Yeah, I got you.
Canadian
I got
on me.
you. Oh, good. It's the white
You
claw.
wouldn't talk about it.
That's racist.
let's play a voicemail.
All right. Let's go with this one right here.
What's up, guys? I'm listening to the Friday Free Show from yesterday, and I just wanted to say that the caveman Seth thing is extremely funny, and it's so stupid that it shouldn't make me laugh, but it does. So,
But I'm stoned and like Yola.
anyways, put me down for one of those because I think it's pretty damn funny. Keep it up. Later.
Well, Seth's a good guy, but sometimes some of the things he says are kind of like, man.
Dude,
Is Seth
Right.
handsome? Seth sounds handsome.
You don't know
Yeah,
Seth?
He's
Seth-
very
no.
handsome.
Seth sounds like he smells good.
He's very handsome.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't
Hey, Seth.
mind weirdo eardos.
He was a UFC
Yeah,
fighter,
yeah,
so he's got
yeah.
cauliflower ears.
Can you
Yeah.
fuck a guy with weird ears?
Just put earmuffs on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they, like weird, like, as in like you could hold on to them?
Cauliflower.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
They're almost
they're a
completely
wrestler.
closed.
You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about,
like,
like the
oh,
cauliflower.
small.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
You do?
Oh!
It does have like a
Alright.
tough guy feel to it,
Yeah.
but if you look closely,
Do you
it's
like
gross.
tough guys?
It goes back to
Like,
like
what's your type?
like my Puck Bunny days, you know, like I like that. I like that it looks like they've taken some shots to
He
the
has.
bunny.
He's taken a lot
bunny.
of
Did you
shots.
see
Yeah, I
that?
like
That's
that.
a hockey term.
Yeah, Puck Bunny.
So are you, what's your type?
If they like me.
I like that.
I don't
So
care
you're
what
like
you look
me.
like. I don't care what you look like.
Yeah,
If you like me, you're in.
Yeah. Also, if you're gonna have any
You
sort
were
of,
fuck. You were,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
fucking. Yeah.
You were good. We're good.
I do feel like if you're gonna have any sort of weirdo thing, like a
Deformity?
deformity in your body,
Yeah.
your ears are probably the best
Oh, I
part,
like that.
right?
No.
If you're
Because
a
anything else-
gladiator for
No,
Halloween,
feet.
Yeah, because at least you cover them for
Yep.
most of the time. Yeah,
My feet are
I'll
kind of
agree with
fucked
that.
up. Like I got a fucked up foot. Like look at that one. Like,
Oh, Seth has-
See that right there? That's bad, right?
you
Is that a turnoff? That toe?
are you, I kind of feel
Well, you
like you're
shouldn't bring in your small dick.
Are you doing it?
I'm showing This
Like
motherfucker.
it would turn me off if you wanted me to lick it, but like
No,
I'm
no,
not-
no.
I don't have to look
But, like,
at it.
And then the paint is from a pedicure I had of my daughter. But so
I don't understand why it looks like that.
yeah, some soccer.
It's a deformity.
I broke it so many times.
It looks like you could store business cards in it. You know? like if
Yeah.
your foot was on the wall, you'd be using it to hold things.
You know, it's very hurtful. I should have never done.
I'm not saying it's bad.
I
I'm
want to
just-
cry right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's your own baggage. that's you asked and I told you.
What's the next
Email?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey, everyone. When I was with
Nice
my
total.
friends that are firefighters recently, I asked them about blowing someone's flat screen off the wall with the high-pressure hose. They then informed me that if the house is on fire, the TV is most likely ruined, and they will spray them all of the time. That being said, they were telling me about a recent transfer that they have gotten. Apparently, he went in the house with the hose, and the fire was on the south side of the house. Once he entered the house, he immediately turned to the north side of the house and blew the person's china cabinet apart.
I had to do it.
Thought-
I knew it.
Thought you all will get a kick out of this. Hope
Yes!
all is well, and thanks for what you do.
Yes. Do you know about this?
I only heard half of it.
Okay,
I went
if
into my-
this
I was
place
still
were
thinking
on
about his
fire-
toe.
if this place were on fire, I would expect you to come in. The truck pulls up. You come in with the hose.
But it's saying the fire's in the bathroom. Like
Right,
you
right.
start by blowing
Everything.
everything off. Like you just like all the,
The TV
computers.
off the wall.
Yeah, it's just for fun because
Yeah.
at this point, like the house is fucked up. I mean,
Yeah.
Insurance
you're
will pay
bored.
for everything.
Right.
Yeah, you find like you go into the kids' room and they got all their baseball trophies and you blow them fucking out the window. Then you're just shooting into their closets. You leave the hose off, you put it into like their drawers, and then you're like, goosh, and all every drawer comes flying out, and just for fun, right?
What's the first thing you're going to destroy in someone's house as a errant fireman?
Well, I go in there, I like blow your Meemaw's urn off the fireplace.
Oh,
What?
not
Start with Meemaw?
I mean, listen, your house is on fire. Like, this is a serious situation.
You gotta get
Can
that
you
Meemaw
protect
down.
Meemaw?
I'm shooting all your silverware out. If you have any Hummels or like
Precious moments.
collective
I'll make a
plates.
mosaic with them.
Yeah. I'll blow those things out of the water. Because that hose has like insane amount
What
of
about
pressure.
my paintings?
Oh, all the paintings.
Drawing mustaches on family portraits.
No. Only with the
then they know.
No,
Only
no,
for
no,
the hose.
that's too
Oh,
far,
yeah.
bro.
All
How
right, all
dare
right,
you?
all right.
right?
You know what? You
You're
get
gonna
the fuck out of
gotta
our
follow the
studio.
goddamn fireman's code here.
It's my first time. It's my first time.
Yeah, hose or the axe?
I knew
Typical
there
newbie.
should be
Or the
gay
crowbar.
firemen.
Now I can't stop thinking about gay firemen.
I'll start
Me
axing
too.
your tile.
Well, the water's on it. Chop it.
What is that, travertine? I'll axe that up good. And then they'll ask questions after and be like,
Turn your body cam off. I'm about to axe their tile. Right? Because they have body cams.
Yeah.
Right? Do firefighters have that or no?
You know the move?
No.
Well, they will once they
No, they will.
hear about
the
this.
first responders.
Yeah, you will be the reason they have body cams.
Because there'll be that end, that moment where the family walks into their house, and things are still dripping, and there's still a little bit of smoke.
They're looking for that one photo of their Meemaw.
yeah.
And there's a naked fireman standing in their kitchen.
But they're like, and then they'll look down. They're like, why did they axe all my tiles? They'll think about it, but then the husband will be like, it must be some sort of thing they do.
The fire was under the ground.
Yeah. They must be some procedure we don't know about. But
You
it's
could
just
do it, and you're like a
just
hero
me.
because they just have like the worst kitchen tile ever. So you're like, I'm gonna brust this up, and then your insurance is gonna
Right.
pay for a whole new kitchen.
Yeah.
because it looked like crap before.
I'll dip my hose in your fish tank.
Whoa!
Oh, no. Excuse me.
Don't dip your hose in my fish tank, brother.
But I'll tell
God damn.
Is this a reference to me being a mermaid yesterday? Because
Yeah,
I feel like
Samantha,
that's
you know what? File a
inappropriate.
claim.
And then I won't even hold it. I'll let it whip out of the fish tank and then whip
Totally.
around your house. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna whip around your house, smashing.
I feel like I'm gonna hear this again when I'm sleeping.
I'm telling you. Listen, if they don't do it already, they're listening to us talk about it, and they're like, "Fuck, I should have thought of that."
They for sure
Next
do
house,
it,
I'll
yeah.
do it. No, it'll be a whole
Voicemail?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, one more and we'll get out of here. Here we go.
Hey, Tom and Dan, Samantha and Travis. It's Randy. Just wanted to make this short and sweet. I love the new logo on Apple Podcasts.
Who is this guy?
It's friggin' cool as shit. Anyway,
right.
bye.
I like that he committed to the shit.
You know what I mean? He's like, I won't say it. Oh, I can say it. Yeah. It's not like a cartoon, sir.
March 2nd.
Whoa.
Oh, he's
Who
gay.
is that?
He's gay.
He's like, I accidentally left my
Don't
diary.
out him.
March 2nd.
Wait a
March
minute. That might be a
2nd.
manifesto. Maybe we
The
should listen to
day
that.
I killed my family. As I stand in this house, it's very, very silent right now because everyone behind me is dead.
Oh, this is not the diary app. It's the Tom Dan.
They have bags on their head. I've done it. I have finally done it.
We're the
My
best.
wife was such a bitch. I was never good enough. But now I'm good enough because I killed that bitch.
And ate her. Now
That's
she's
too
inside
far.
me, and I carry her
That's too
everywhere
far.
with me.
Yeah,
No.
I feel like there hasn't been that many. Was that like an '80s thing, or people used to eat like serial killers used to eat each other?
90s.
That
That's
still
a
happens,
90s.
dude?
Does it still
That's a
happen?
90s thing, bro.
I haven't heard of a serial
You
killer
gotta
like
start
eating.
listening to these murder podcasts.
They just got
Does
better.
it still happen?
They got better at it.
Yeah.
Everybody has pigs.
Who would you eat in this room right now?
What do you mean?
If you had to.
If you had
survival
to eat
mode.
anybody, including our guests, who would you eat?
I mean,
I'm well marbled.
I'm leaning towards. Now, here's my logic behind this. I'm leaning towards Samantha, right?
Oh, you eat them titties.
Chicken breast.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, the thing is,
he's like, I'm gonna eat the titties.
Does it make you gay if you eat a dude?
No, not that.
No. I'm gonna eat penis first.
But
a lot of meat.
He's gonna
lot
grill
of
my
meat.
titties on the
Look,
grill
I'm trying
like
to
chicken
survive,
breast.
Brendan. I'm not trying. Like, there's nothing gay about survival.
follow me here. With the
Okay.
chicken, you eat the breasts, right? And then like turkeys
look
and
at
stuff.
this.
See, my
there's-
favorite's the legs.
Yeah, there's
Chicken
legs
legs.
too. Now,
Which I have very long legs.
in any
I would eat your legs.
there's in any survival situation that I've seen,
Not
like
your titties. 'Cause
movie-
I'm Dan's weird toe.
I'm not like Tom.
live,
I would eat my weird toe first.
Yes, that's I'd eat it.
you often eat people's butt cheeks first,
Yeah.
and it makes
Yeah,
sense.
Wait a
because,
minute.
What?
You often eat people's butt cheeks. How many people have you eaten?
Not
I-
me, but
I saw
in the-
Alive.
in the movie
Yeah,
Alive.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I get all my science from.
Yeah.
And so I imagine it's
I
because
snorted.
it's a like a big store of fat. All right, the cheek.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's probably like out of everything, it's it's just a big store of fat that you could eat meat or whatever. I
You like big
view
butt?
the same thing as Samantha's teas. It would be the same thing. I just wouldn't have to eat your guys' butts. I can go for her teas.
Yeah.
That's
I'd
my
rather
logic
you
behind
eat
it.
my butt than her teeth.
Though you're not me. Like I'm the one that has to eat your butt. I'd rather go
Hashtag
for
eat
the
my
teas.
butt. Wasn't that the whole?
Well, her
Right?
teeth. Okay.
If everybody
go
here is like,
along
all
with
right,
you,
you want
her-
Daniel's ass or
No,
Samantha's tits?
to go along with you, her tits are cleaner than my ass.
That's what I'm saying. I know. No shit.
There's that's an
I'm a man of
assumption.
logic.
Yeah, there is no shit on my
That's
tits.
well, prove it. That's an assumption that we've all made. We know what that makes you.
What has happened today?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll never be invited back. I apologize.
Let's plug some
get outta
stuff.
here.
Beer Fest, November 23rd.
Yeah,
Sofa and
23rd.
Suds, November 24th.
Yeah, 23rd and 24th are going to get a little crazy for all of us, and we hope that you guys will come and hang out with us.
That's where my beginning rant was going to go to with the whole corporation. Is that because we're not a big corporation?
He's found a way to bring it back.
Yeah, well, I got to
he's
tie a
good
bow
at,
on it.
he's good at that.
Go
kind
ahead.
of stuff.
But
Did you say Tybo?
We don't have to make money on
Right.
events, and we can offer events for free, which some big corporations have a hard
We
time
may
doing.
be doing this slightly wrong.
yeah.
Because we're losing money.
It's true, but
If we could just break even, that might be better.
I look at it
Wait,
this way.
are we losing money or are we investing into an event?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to look at it like we are investing into an event.
Well-
we are investing into fun.
We're investing into our
Oh, man,
audiences.
I'm really spinning that, right?
No, it's not spinning, but we are doing it for our listeners who support everything we
Yes.
do, and that's the only thing that matters. So why
So
do I
invest.
care about
Yeah.
making
I
money
would
off
agree
an
with
event?
that. If it was just our listeners coming. But a lot of people hear free beer event and
Yeah.
they don't listen.
But we can
But they're
make
benefiting.
them listeners.
Yeah, hopefully they're
We
like,
got to force them to listen.
they're like, who's doing this? This is awesome. Oh, Tom and maybe that helps. I don't know,
Delete.
but yeah. All I'm saying is that we do have the upper hand, and we can offer more than giant corporations can because of that fact.
Take that, giant corporation.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
See? I tend to dislike giant corporations. I don't know
Yeah.
if you got the feeling of that.
I like that grassroots rebel side of you.
I mean, until they buy us up and then,
then we love
give us
them.
tons of money, then I like them again.
Yeah.
You know,
well, at
it's,
least until the clause in the contract says that we can't talk shit about them, and then once that clause is done, then we talk.
Every
shit
time
about
you say claws, I picture your rat trap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It was
Right.
black plastic, and it just would sever the vein. It would bleed out crazy. It was bad. It was very, very aggressive.
Your daughter's painting pictures of it at school
No,
right now.
no, she didn't. This is long before Maisie. Yeah, long
All
before
right. Oh,
Maisie.
Check out bungalower.com.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
thank you. Yeah. If you're smart and like to read.
your show's tonight, right? On Real Radio?
Yeah, we recorded at the Tin and Taco in College Park that just opened up.
Oh, cool.
Me
How
and
was
the
that?
bus. It was good. They
I
did
heard
as well.
Yeah, I heard they got some spicy tacos.
Pretty good.
Semantics.
Semantics.
Who do you got on tonight?
This week we have our friend Carl. Some of you may know him. He's a
crazy.
BDM as well.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And then Chris Fisher from BYOCB podcast is going to be on my show.
Yeah,
there it is.
sir. TomandDan.com for all things Tom and Dan. Again, Bad and Business Beer Fest, November 23rd. Sofa and Suds, arguably your favorite event.
Yeah. It's cool. It's Sanford couch races. Basically, a bunch of small businesses put wheels on a couch, and then a 4-person team pushes it as fast as they can. And
Are you racing?
We have a Tom and Dan couch.
Yeah,
that is
sofa
on my
races,
things.
but you know what? Where the fun is recliner races. They're a little more aggressive, and it's a single person. It's one-on-one. It's like one person pushes, one person rides. A little, like, they get a little spicier.
It's all about the wheels, though, right? Not the trick.
You know, there's so many different variations.
More about the people
of,
pushing it. I usually can tell when who can win. I'm like, that.
Like Aldi of Sanford. You
Okay.
know, like our Aldi, is that north or south? I don't know. I think it's north.
Sanford is north.
Yeah, they do. They have like a CrossFit team that pushes their couch.
Okay.
And they always win.
So hot dudes with their shirts off are
Yeah.
gonna push
So
the couch.
you're going to be there,
All
right?
So I'll see you there.
I'll be the one in the bush.
I'm gonna figure out
That's
how to
weird.
partner
You
with.
in a bush?
I want to offer $1,000 to someone that can.
You said this, and I'm
I'm
like,
doing-
come
I'm
on,
fucking
man.
doing
Hold
it
on
now.
a second.
doing it?
$1,000?
Okay, so
Can you at least
I'm not sure
fulfill the obligations of the goddamn
$1,000
picture contest before you start throwing out $1,000?
I
Hold on.
move on
Okay.
fast.
Sam, $1,000.
I'm already moved on.
He's moved on.
Well, because
Are you insane?
if
he
you-
is insane.
If you could,
and I might fucking join this so I can get a goddamn $1,000.
yeah,
if
it's
you win,
$1,000.
to the person that can win, if you could take our couch, because I got it in the storage unit, and now maybe the BDMs who built it last year want to do it, and you guys got
Damn,
first dibs because you
$1,000.
built it. But if you can beat Audi, because they used German engineering to
Yeah,
engineer
they
this
did.
goddamn couch, and no one can win.
I mean, they're all Aldi.
It's so good.
Like, they're all Aldi mechanics, so they welded it like
Yeah,
it's
it's really
all
good.
fucking
That's not even
badass.
fair.
But I know-
Professional.
It's all German
You should
engineering.
Get the autonomous vehicle guys in Lake Nona to do it.
I
Just
know.
Self-drive it.
Oh, nobody on it.
Yeah.
I have
I
it.
like that.
Nice. Less
Tesla-
weight.
Tesla couch.
rules. But I'll find a sponsor that can help me pay the $1,000, and if we can build a couch and win the goddamn
If we
couch
build
races,
it, they will come.
then I'll give you that prize.
We're reaching out to Luminar and
Oh
Lake
man,
Nona.
the chat room is going crazy. All right, challenge accepted.
Well-
Apparently, you're going to get some people,
Well, yeah, email
but
me.
you got to win. You got to win.
Yeah, the win
Yeah.
because I don't want just to build the couch. Now, the BDMs that built it last year, obviously at first dibs, their couch. They started, they built it. The thing it broke before we could race it.
What?
Because it's hard to build this damn thing.
Hey, I
weld it.
participated in 2 races.
It's a
for
lot
you
of
guys.
work.
I know.
One of them, damn near a girl got in a fight. The
Oh,
very first
yeah,
sofa and suds. Do you remember that?
Well, it's a little rough around the edges.
She
when it
was
started.
she was kicking crazy.
Yeah,
There
people got
it was loose on the rules back then.
people got mad. Yeah.
Why?
Now that we got our name on this event, I got to call
Yeah.
Blanchard and get extra
Uh-oh.
insurance. because,
Now it's becoming
Call
corporate.
Blanchard.
What were they mad about? What started the fight?
people get super competitive.
They're
Yeah,
very
they get really
competitive.
competitive.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they saw you skirting the rules
Well,
or
they
something?
used to have to like crisscross each other and then
Yes.
go the other way. So
Oh.
that crisscross point,
Yeah, they
would
would fight.
crash
Some
into
people-
each other.
yeah.
It'd
Yeah.
be bad.
And then they get
Na-
mad 'cause
nowadays, we go the opposite direction because there were so many fights and people hurting themselves. and
Yeah.
bad
It's
things.
a snowflake
Took a couple
edition,
years
yeah.
to
So no more
Iron out.
crisscrossing.
Yeah.
no more crisscross.
So you can't put like a Viking
No.
you know,
no,
thing on-
yeah.
spike on the front.
Yeah,
Nope.
There was some, borderline really bad injuries for a while. And
yeah.
we were like, who's
One
liable
guy, I
for
think he
this?
lost a finger. Yeah.
We had a flamethrower
Yeah.
on the second year,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
did not work, thankfully.
Yeah, and then they
Little
said
Red almost blew us up.
and
that
they were
year.
like, you can't have a flamethrower. We had like,
yeah.
yeah. It was,
I love that each year they add new rules.
Well, they have to.
well, we have to
Learning.
in order
Because
to.
we're out of control.
Yeah, if we want to
right, I like
continue to do it, so.
Well, Brendan, thanks so much for doing the news today. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Job.
If you invite me back, I'll do happier news.
We
All
will
right.
indeed. No. Anything else to plug?
That's it.
All right, guys. We will see you on Monday.